Hey, I told you to stop. I just unpaused it by accident. Oh well. Part of the pre-campaign shenanigans, am I right? Alright, let's move on over to the other window. Making sure I have the mic on too. There are a lot of shenanigans happening, let's just say that. Welcome back, folks. Dirk and the crew here. Looks like everybody's here. I'm certain someone wasn't here a few minutes ago. I kid. But anyway, we are back. And somebody followed. Luckily, we got it out of the way right now before we start the actual session, because there will be little to no actual campaign, little to no chat interaction from us while we are in the midst of the campaign. So, yeah, staying in character and all that. So, anyway, let's hop on in. And also, before we hop in, thank you for the follow. Oh, noes. Oh, no. No, that is not, sorry, no. Oh, wait. I don't know. Oh, you are, actually. I was worried this was like a scam thing, because I'm like, uh-oh, not sending money. I was thinking of like the PayPal scam things or whatever and all that stuff. Sorry. I'm sorry for considering you as a bot, but... Oh no, seriously, thank you for the gift sub to Black Sky Panda. Another panda here. That's awesome. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy your extra Dorklandian citizenship. Enjoy the ad-free viewing. Imagine that. But seriously, glad to have you here. Oh noes. Well, if I'm a bot in disguise. Anyway, pre-session rant. That's what I'm gonna call this part. Anyway, glad to have you. Thank you for the gift sub. Oh noes, it's really kind of you, and glad to have you all in here, and congrats on your Dorklandian citizenship too. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, enjoy the view, enjoy it all. This is definitely not the typical Dorklandia view. We are in a fictional land. I am really bad with knowing the names. It's so bad that I can't even know it in character. Nah, I just am genuinely bad with the names. But it is Rise of Tiamat, like that type of semi-homebrew. Anyway, let's get into the actual group. I'm sure they are waiting for me. I kept delayed way too long. Help me. Too much ranting. Let's hop on in. Also, thanks again. Much appreciated. Now let's hop in. Buttons are not working. Oh, they do work. Sorry. Stupid stream back.
Lied to you.
Dwarven crafts. That was a.
Oh, I should have left the film on the tray. It appears I've made a mistake when making my vegan tikka masala, but it's okay.
Oops.
It's okay.
It's gonna blow.
Why do I need the film on it anyways? I can't believe I took it off. Whatever. We'll live this.
I'm gonna try this recipe that a friend of mine sent me for it's like an Indian dish. I don't even know if you can call it a dish. It's like street food. Vada pav. I think it's what it's called. It's like a fried dough ball but it's made from like mashed potatoes.
Vada pav.
Okay.
Pav?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like on like a sweet dish or sweet bun with like chutney and like a whole ass green chili, just like charred.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, I might do it without the chili, but because I am of a delicate Caucasian palate.
A great way to put it.
I'm getting older. I can't do like the spice hurts a lot more now.
Susan, this quinoa is delish. Just one thing though, that mayonnaise, it's a little too intense for me, you know.
We were just joking about going out on a limb and splurging for mayo for that real flavor.
I just think of like Stephen Colbert's like description of Mike Pence one time, where it was just like, Mike Pence, a man seen here who thinks toothpaste is too spicy.
You're the kind the kind of person to go to a Tex-Mex restaurant, order the quesadillas, and then when you're done saying, "All right, guys, let's vomitos."
Who asks Baskin Robbins if vanilla is the lowest level that they have?
Is that the only option you got?
I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy a good vanilla ice cream.
I'm
just gonna say that if you're at Baskin Robbins,
it actually
why are you getting
vanilla.
vanilla?
Sometimes okay, wait, French vanilla. Is
I'll give you
actually
that
pretty good.
French vanilla.
Okay, French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because like I went to like a Japanese restaurant, and then when they give you vanilla, it's like it stands on its own, like vanilla mochi, or I just had like
Ooh.
plain. I just had plain vanilla ice cream, and it was actually like colored orange or brown, and it was amazing. Like, what? I did have chocolate sauce kind of sprinkled over it, but like, it was divine. But yeah, normal vanilla is amazing, but only if it's with something. Like, I will not have vanilla ice cream alone, but it is the only ice cream I choose when I put it with cookies or like pie, because it's the best complimentary ice cream because it's so, unintrusive, but it adds a lot.
You mentioned the Baskin Robbins things, Dana, and it's like my dad, whenever he goes to Baskin Robbins, he's like, I gotta have vanilla ice cream, but I will top it with like all the different like sprinkles, chocolate chips, everything like that. Like, he has to have it with like chunky like chocolate stuff. So I'm like, I get it, but
That's fair. I mean, it's not like
But
you
it's
would
not
have that
vanilla.
all sitting at your house, right? So
but,
it's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But honestly, though, like if you were just going in and getting a plain old scoop of vanilla, I'd be like, yo, everything okay?
That's $5.50 you could have used to go get a half gallon of vanilla,
Yeah,
a
seriously.
thing of ice cream cones, take it home, and just vanilla yourself out of existence.
Or that one recipe I saw where they used like straight up like vanilla bean paste and mixed it in with the into the ice cream mixer, and that was like, that must have been the most vanilla of all vanillas.
isn't it kind of spicy actually if it's like way too
If you go
concentrated?
really intense,
Yeah.
it can get a lot, yeah. But I think with the vanilla bean paste, it's still like you don't put a lot
It's
in.
not-
It's like a
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's spicy. I'd say it's
No.
like cloying. It can turn bitter and cloying, basically.
Right.
Just like me.
I do have a tub of vanilla bean paste that I'm staring at from the distance in my kitchen, being like,
Is it
yes, I
Is
should
it
use
cloying
you.
at you?
It's cloying at me. It's cloying at my soul. Cloying.
It's just cloying there, cloyingly.
Speaking of cloying at our souls, how's everybody feeling about everything that occurred last session? Feeling
Dehydrated.
okay?
Cool. I mean, I have more existential problem issues to sort out, so I don't really care.
I'm alive.
Some people aren't.
We're alive, and
The
that's
people who matter.
good.
Yes.
No sense in
Whoa.
denying, I suppose.
Nope.
Oops.
I did say if they're good or bad, the
What
way that
happened to
mattered.
my... Something's up with my OBS. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, BS.
I guess we're not starting yet.
Oh,
Was it with my
BS.
OBS, or maybe it was with Oh, it looks like it was with Edge. Okay.
You're
I
edging?
have to create a new instance. Now it's gonna let me in, right?
Never Microsoft Edge.
There it goes. Jeez. Sorry for the background on my stream. I use Microsoft Edge to capture, and it didn't want to exist in that
Oh.
moment, but now it does. So
Ooh.
there it is.
Evaded.
All right. With that out of the way, welcome everybody to another episode of Tyranny of Dragons: The Cold Blood War: Rise of Tiamat. In the background there, you can hear Adrian von Ziegler playing. Adrian is a wonderful musician that allows people to use their composed music free of charge as long as they are credited. You can find them on SoundCloud, on Spotify, YouTube. You can also support them on Patreon. So thank you very much, Adrian. You're a wonderful guy. Introducing our players, playing Eldrath Myuuldrid, the Shifter Warlock Bard, we have Ethan.
Sup? We're alive. That's what matters.
You are alive. Playing Cambro, the Bearfolk Paladin Warlock, we have Tazel Sixpaws.
The elf and dragon paid the price. From our boss we'll ask advice and soften up the truth with the autopsy of truth.
That's a deep cut. Wow.
Little Depeche Mode for you.
Yeah, nice. Taking me back to my teen years there. All right, playing Arai Ghul, the Tiger Folk Wizard, we have Saku Darkfang.
I'm not dead.
It's not a problem for a necromancer, though, right? Maybe? I don't know. Playing Bastion, the Wolverine Folk Barbarian Fighter, we have Dirk the Panda.
I did not make any bad decisions. No, I did not. Totally, no. Great.
Playing Master Wei, the Dragonborn Sorcerer Bard, we have Yao.
Come, it is not time for you to be singing. Now help me regrow my spleen.
Playing Boy, the Otter Latine Rogue Warlock, we have Cetus.
Yeah, you sure do.
Sure do.
Sure do.
When last we left our adventurers, Eldrath, the Shifter Warlock Bard, Cambro, the Bearfolk Paladin, Master Wei, the Dragonborn Bard, Arai, the Tigerfolk Wizard, Bastion, the Wolverine Folk Barbarian, and Ploy, the Otter Latine Rogue, our heroes found themselves facing down the green worm speaker, Narenvain, and his green dragon companion, Chuth, after an exhausting battle with the Eldrath Valuthra. Using everything in their arsenal, our heroes fought and fell and rose again in their fight against the dragon and its rider, until Cam delivered the final blow to Chuth, and Bastion delivered the final strike to Narenvain. Now exhausted, depleted, mortally wounded, and safely secured away, our heroes settle in to recover from the brutal fight. But what awaits them in this cave that had been the base of operations for the Green Wormspeaker? We now join our heroes mid-sleep on this cold, late autumn night. So, the evening finds you, and you all settle in for a good night's sleep inside of your Liamon's tiny hut, as you are all safe and secure and able to get a long rest.
Finally.
I'm sorry if I missed this, but did we confirm that he had the green dragon mask on him, or
Nope.
no?
You did search him and he did not have it.
Okay.
So whether it is in the cave or not, you will have to investigate. But he did not have it on him. But
Okay.
in the midst of your sleep, Eldrath,
Oh boy.
you wake in a nebulous void that slowly solidifies into the cavern that you were all sleeping in, out in the pool area, staring into the water. As it coalesces and your reflection looks back at you, you see a human version of yourself, lacking the draconic features, human eyes that are a bright brown, almost yellowish hue, and a sharp angular chin and nose. The skin is smooth and sun-kissed, but no scales or ridges.
Eldrath slowly touches his cheek. And does he feel any scales?
You feel the scales on your cheek, yes. But as your reflection touches the same reflected cheek, you see it not running over scales, but smooth skin.
This is weird.
Isn't this what you want? As you are looking at your reflection, you can see Ignir appearing behind your reflection.
Yeah, He looks behind him quickly.
As you see, standing behind you is Ignir, standing at least 2 heads taller than you, towering over you. Do you not wish to live among the Warmbloods? Is that not why you defy her and squander her gifts? She called to you for an important task, one of divine nature and honor, and you have ignored her for what? To be the freak amongst the Warmbloods who can only tolerate you?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
You hide your true face more than you dare show it because you know how they will treat you. The Warmbloods have attacked Dragonkin for nothing other than being Dragonkin. What will they do to you?
Doesn't matter what's done to me.
Count yourself lucky that she wishes for me to face you when I snuff out that worthless life of yours. No fighting today, brother. She will not allow it.
He spits at the word brother.
You're foolish to defy her. It will be your undoing.
Perhaps I just love the thrill of it.
I will take great pleasure in killing your comrades in front of you. And I will make sure that you watch as each one of them begs for their life.
He gestures over to the dead green dragon. You know, I have quite high faith in my friends. I'm not worried about them. Now leave me. Looks back at the pool.
Why fight against your own people? What could you possibly gain from it?
And what did they do for me? Except show me more evil.
I am very clear in my duty and my calling.
You're
What
a
is
dog.
evil? A dog, you dare? As he tries to reach for you, as if chains grab at his wrist and they stop just at your throat.
Even growl like one, too. Look at you. Can't even make your own choices. Fool. We will see each other again. This time, you won't have the drop on us. This time, you will die just like Cyanrath.
If you dare stand with the betrayer, then you will die. There is no other fate for those who would stand with them as she wills it.
That's the thing. I'm not afraid of death. I've already experienced it once.
Perhaps you should be afraid of what happens after death.
And you know so well, huh? Give me a break.
Oh. I know what my queen will want to do to you for your defiance.
He lifts up his shirt to show off the tattoo that he's, the barrier tattoo that he's gotten. And it is the emblem of the platinum dragon over the mark of the Dragon Queen on his chest.
It's for me.
It is just as it should be, them together. Two sides of the same coin.
There might have been mercy for you, but now there is nothing.
In your eyes, not mine.
Enjoy your final days.
He shrugs.
As the image fades and you awake inside of the tiny hut as everybody is still sleeping around you. As you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Hooray!
Wow.
Yay.
I love my hit points.
Hit points.
Finally.
My hit points.
Some of you were pretty low there. Pretty sure Cam was sitting on 1.
I drank a potion that was given to me because I did not know we were going to do a long rest. Just in case we were, like, interrupted over the night, you know? But I'm good now.
Well, as you all wake in the dim, dark cave, but well rested, feeling less damaged and poisoned than you did yesterday. That's an improvement.
Yay.
This is true.
That's true, I guess.
Need to roll a d6 for the Wand
When-
of Winter.
When he wakes up, he puts dancing lights in the corners of the room and illuminates the place. 'Cause it's dark.
Dark as fuck. Sweet.
This place do be dark.
I guess
Well-
I'm mad at a roll for this too. Breath of Fire.
Also, write off a ration, or if Cam does Goodberry, whatever you all want to do for that.
I think we all have enough good berries from yesterday. We didn't use all 10.
I had 2 on me still.
I
Yeah.
used one.
All right, there you go.
My
Really
last
good.
good berry.
I'll eat
Food
Always
taken care of.
Rip.
Well, you all have a cave ahead of you and 2 dead bodies next to you.
It's not too important. Yeah, what a lovely morning. Poi gets up, does a little few stretches. Waltz is outside, ignoring the thing in front of him, and he looks into the infinite darkness. All right, we're gonna spend the day doing some dungeon crawling. Yeah. What else is on the docket?
There is not time to waste. I am certain that everyone's minds are on the bodies that are with us and the rest of the cave. Whomsoever is most capable of these tasks, we should do them simultaneously.
Wait, are you saying we're just picking up the bodies and going with them?
Way looks at Bastion and like blinks 3 times and then just does not explain further.
Sorry, a lot on my mind.
Do we not have a way to take them with us where they won't encumber us?
All right, listen. We got an entire cave. We get to explore, and listen, the corpses will still be there when we get back. It's all right. There's only one entrance to this cave, as far as I know. So why don't we quit complaining and we start doing a little dungeon trekking? You know, get some cardio will get our minds off things. You know.
Right.
Everything in here is stone. Yes, there's no loose dirt.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, mold earth won't work for this then.
No, it has to be loose stone in order for it to. Yeah. As I recall, Eldrath did use Gentle Repose on both Naren Vane and Sunflare, so they are essentially Tupperwared for the next 10 days.
Listen, just put them off in like some corner or whatever. There's like nobody here. Who's gonna come to this random cave out in the middle of who knows where just to steal a few elf corpses, you know?
The cult.
Right.
It's imperative that we get Nirambane's body back. I'm not going to risk whatever force mot there might be relocating his body. Besides,
So-
and he looks over at Arai. If Arai can master necromantic energy, somebody else might be able to. And thus our proof would be gone.
Yo, Goldilocks, you still have your bear? Goldilocks, you still have your...
He's out. He just ignores and goes over to Narambane body, and he goes ahead and takes it and carries it over his shoulder. I'll carry him.
Hey, we are a bunch of grumpies today, aren't we?
Might as well for what I've done. Follows behind. Picks up the other body.
All right. As you both are now carrying each either Naren Vane or Sunflare. All right. So,
Somebody else
Where
take the
to?
lead.
Sorry, little funeral
Unless Truth's
service.
head. Did we take Truth's head?
Truth's head was not removed, I don't believe. I believe
Okay.
it was just the venom, the poison sac that was taken by Poi.
We can, but somebody else is going to have to carry that.
Can Truth's
Got my
head
hands
fit
full.
inside a bag of holding?
If you can get it in, yeah.
Can the bodies fit inside a bag of holding?
Technically, yes.
All right, well, there you go.
if you had the space and the availability of the weight and everything, but because there is a limit on the bags of holding.
I need to double check how much space I have left.
I'm doing the same.
As far as like volume goes, I don't really care about that, but weight is the key there.
I have nearly
Listen,
400
we gotta.
pounds of space.
That's about the two of them put together, I'd say.
They're elves. They're light.
Live, yeah.
They're
If
white.
you will put them, if you put them in the bag, I can then take care of Juice's head.
Eldrath will open up his bag as wide as he can go.
Corpse.
Cambro takes
holder.
Aaron Bane and just arms are solid out, and then just whoop, drops him in right into the bag.
Do
Boy
make
is
sure to
waiting
put this on
very-
your list of things, corpse of Naren Vane and corpse of Voralden Sunflare, so you don't forget. Because after 10 days, they will start to rot.
Why is this bag
True.
holding smell?
Is that a bag of molding?
Ploy is pacing around anxiously while everyone dilly-dallies.
Got somewhere to be, Koi?
Don't we all have somewhere to be? We're wasting time.
Cambro nods. Indeed, we are. And with that, he's just gonna. Now that he doesn't have to carry a Narenvane's corpse, he's gonna just go ahead out. I'm going to take care of Chith.
Ooh, I want
We
to
will
see
need
this.
that evidence for later.
Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot.
Shrugs.
All right,
Might
big
as
guy,
well.
how do you expect to do this?
Wordlessly, Cambro takes out the Fang of Bahamut,
Mm-hmm.
goes
Yes,
to
good form,
his
good form.
goes to his neck, and does an overhead swing to chop down and remove the head.
Yikes, man! You should have been born a butcher. Oh, that's a clean cut. That's choice.
He picks up the head and hefts it. How heavy is that, by the way? I should probably mark down in inventory. Truth head.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say about 50 pounds.
Okay. Just mark that down. I got 170 pounds of equipment. For a 16 strength, that should still be good, yeah?
If you would like, I could store that for you.
It would probably be more beneficial to do that, yes, if you have the room.
I have plenty.
Camber will once again take the head and just whoop, drop it in the bag. Thank you.
Is there a way to repose that first so it doesn't?
So it don't go all gross.
Yeah.
Perhaps whenever we take a break, because it would take some time to do the ritual.
And as Poi is getting antsy, I think we should probably start.
Eldrath takes a quick look at the water, just to see his reflection.
You see your face, the mix of humanoid and draconic features prominent, your yellow slitted eyes, the scales amongst your face. Same face you see when you wake up.
Brother. Makes me sick. He heads over to Cambro.
Hey, so we going? We going? We going?
Presumably, Cambro can see in this dark well enough to note that that's an exit over there, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Cambro looks over that way and then looks towards the water. We have two pathways. There's
yeah, I like pets.
there's a cavernous hallway over there, and we know that Chuth was in the water briefly. So there might be like an underwater tunnel. Aruthator, I think,
swimming.
was trying to get away with an underwater tunnel too.
All right, so group swim sesh. All right, I'm good. Yeah, let's go.
Is the water still look like it's
I was gonna
poisoned,
say
or
probably
was it
poisonous
poisoned?
still.
Yeah, was it?
It definitely has this greenish tinge to it. Yes.
All right, well, let's scratch that idea. What's the other one? What's the other one?
This way.
Can Eldrath determine if that's the water's dangerous to swim in with his poison attribute, basically?
I mean, for you, probably not. But
If it's
for the average person, it would probably be not comfortable. It probably wouldn't be deadly, but it probably wouldn't be comfortable.
If it comes down to it and we have no other options, I may be able to wade in this water for a while.
As you say. And Cambro will hold out his paw, concentrate, and a small ball of fire will appear as he does produce flame, so that there's some light on him.
Eldrath can also pull out his hooded lantern, so that's open and ready.
Yeah.
Poi's gonna pull out his candle of the deep. Just a little candle.
Everyone has a light now.
All right, where are we going? Huh?
No, I just said I have a torch. Pulls out the torch.
Poi is pacing around.
Can you light that torch?
Yes. Should be.
Cambro will just hold out his paw to Bastion. Need a light?
Yes. Did not think this far.
Ooh, what's over
Regardless,
here?
I will bring up the rear
Oh no, wait.
and make sure we are not followed.
Good.
Yeah, you do that. Ooh, nice passageway.
It's like as soon as it gets lit up, he realizes, like, he feels around with like his stuff and goes, "It wasn't here. God damn it." Yeah, it's a tinderbox this whole time.
All right, place your bets, people. Place your bets. You think we're gonna find an arc demon, a gelatinous cube, skeleton?
I say we're going to find more caves. Let's get to it.
Let's just get out of here.
And hearing Poi kind of get exasperated, he kind of looks over to Arai behind him, just gives a little bit of a wink.
Or I just
Not
chuckles
fun
and
at all.
shakes his head a little bit.
He just mutters to complete this and goes ahead and follows.
All right. So as you move into this space, you see this area is brightly lit by torches set into roughly carved wall sconces. There are long tables made of split logs. Looks like where the cultists may have sat to eat or entertain themselves. There is a cooking fire that is burnt out in the center of the room. Looks like there was a cauldron of something cooking over top that has since gone cold and congealed a bit. However, you do not see any individuals in this area at all.
Fancy. Oh, what is this? Poi's going to waltz over to the table, see if there are any things he can abscond with. Let's see here.
Nothing really. You see a couple of wooden plates and bowls, some loose dining ware, mostly just like simple tin forks and knives. Nothing extravagant.
Can Cambro get a visual on this area?
Yes. As looking into that room, you can see that there are rough bunks, bedrolls, and backpacks that fill this area. It appears that this was where the cultists may have slept.
Bunks? Backpacks? Poi's going to go to the backpacks in particular. Ooh, loose change.
I didn't tell you what was in here.
Oh. Sorry.
Sleeping quarters. This might be
Anything? Does
Um,
Poi see the backpacks?
You can see the backpacks, the mattresses, the bedrolls.
All right. Poi's gonna go looking for loose change.
Okay.
Canberra
searching-
will also do a search and see if there's anything of note.
Okay. As you search through, no roll required. They did not hide it very well, just mostly under the mattresses. There you find a total of 30 gold pieces,
Ooh.
170 silver pieces,
170. Okay.
200 copper pieces.
Okay, 200 Wait, let me. So that's 306.
And a
200
single
copper.
single 5-pound silver trade bar from Baldur's Gate, worth as it is listed on there, worth 20 gold pieces.
How do I add that to my?
It is a
Yep.
5-pound bar of silver worth 20 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm presuming
5
that
pound
Poi is
bar.
just going around taking it and stuffing it in his pockets.
Yeah,
Unless you're
basically.
sharing it with anybody.
No. Is that even a question?
Poi,
Yeah.
that gets shared, you know.
Finders keepers.
Considering I found the room, I'll keep it.
Fine.
Unless you want to share. Would you like to share, or do you want me to keep it all?
This. Hey, listen. We can bargain, right? I'll give you half.
How about you give me 5/6?
5, 6. Let me.
That leaves 1/6 for you, and the 5/6 for the rest of us. If you need to do the math.
All right.
Very well.
We're gonna have to math this out.
I'm not going to waste time on it, but just that this is a group party thing, not just for Poi. He's just making sure that Poi knows that that's to be shared when we get
means
to the end of it all.
everyone gets 33 copper pieces. How much was in everything again?
170 silver pieces and 30 gold pieces.
All right.
So 5 gold. Oh.
This is like a mother talking to a wormling.
Sorry, out of character, but somebody should have given Cam that band. He's doing math now. He's getting too powerful.
So 170 silver pieces.
The integration of the equation is quite simple if you look at this
No.
pathway.
We took the derivative. Stop!
All right, that's 28 silver pieces for everyone.
Just have the equation meme pop up around Camro's head.
That was 20 gold pieces, correct?
30 gold pieces.
30.
Okay, 30 gold
But
pieces.
5
okay.
each.
5 each.
You're posting this in the player chat.
Let me see here.
And that was it, right?
5 gold. You said 27, 29 silver. You can keep the copper if you want them.
Me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah.
Quote unquote finder's fee.
Poi is keeping the 5-pound bar though. He's already put it in his sack.
Shocker.
I put that in Roll 20 chat.
Thanks.
That's where I was.
Well, this was a
Success.
productive.
Let's go.
Well, I'd say that was a productive discussion, wouldn't you? Anyways, onwards to the next venture.
Fine.
Is everybody else with?
Wonder where Way went.
I'm here
Where did Wei Wei?
in the entrance,
He's gone
making
away.
sure that there are no surprises.
Eldrath round? Oh, yeah, there he is.
Just over there.
Okay. We have a pathway that branches to the right and one to the left.
All right. Poi is gonna take a copper piece. Wait, can you do heads or tails with copper pieces?
Yeah, it's just a 1d2, basically.
Okay.
A coin does have two sides.
All right. I don't know what 2 is, heads or tails.
You usually have to establish that before you flip the.
Okay, what is heads, 2 is tails? Roll 1d2.
Oh, wow.
All right, tails. Wait, which path was tails?
Again, you need to establish that before.
At this
Alright,
point, Cambro just puts his paw over his face and just goes
At
forward.
this point, we should just flip Poi.
Just flip away.
That's a much easier way of seeing heads or tails, in my opinion. We don't need a coin. We've got an otter.
Eldrath will real quickly say to Arai, "Hey, are you all right?"
Yeah, I'll be fine. Every wizard has a spell block.
As one who raises the dead, how does it feel to have quote unquote died? Do you feel excited? Like,
Well, I'm not really excited. I do feel sorry for them, and I do want them to have a meaningful afterlife. But getting a chance to learn their stories and everything just kind of makes it worth it. Like, again, I'm not happy, but I'm kind of excited to learn a bit about them.
Technically, you didn't die. You're just very close.
Grazed the precipice of death.
Yeah, getting close to that death was not fun, but now I know how it feels.
All right.
Also, don't hug me again.
I will try to remember.
So, Cam, as you step into this area, you note that this is a large supply of food and what looks like water and alcohol. Give me a investigation check. I'm gonna say
this-
I'm gonna say with advantage also because of your background and your training.
Would this be something I could use guidance with?
If you want to, sure.
All right. I'll throw in a little bit of guidance here as I ask Bahamut to guide my eyes. And with advantage.
D4 on top.
Getting it?
Oh.
There's those ones again. Love them.
Dink. Little dink. 22 investigation. So as you're kind of looking over the amount of food that you see and the amount of water, the amount of alcohol, and you note that the amount of food that they have here, considering the number of people that you have seen and estimate they might have with them just on the cult side. This is a lot of food. This is definitely intentioned to be a long, drawn-out campaign, and they were definitely in for the long haul.
Sounds familiar.
Stockpiling. Anything look out of place, or
Actually,
Looks like
yes. You find a very nice crate that is has very elaborate Elvish script on it. That just appears a little bit out of place, but is above everything else and is put up safely above everything else.
he'll try to gingerly take that down.
Okay.
And
As you take down the crate, it doesn't have a top on it. As you look inside, and you can see there are 8 bottles of Evermead.
do I
For
know
your
what that
every
is?
need.
I would say roll history. I'm going to say with disadvantage.
Mm,
Darn it.
history. Here's some. There we go. 14.
14. Evermead is a very, very rare drink because it's not made in Faerun. It is an imported product. Specifically, it comes from the elven island of Evermead. So these bottles are worth a lot of money.
A lot
Oh.
of money.
With that, he'll
I would say you would even be able to guess these might be worth upwards of maybe 100 gold apiece.
he kind of gives a little bit of a wry smile, like Lady Haventree might like one of these bottles. But for now, he'll go ahead and carry the crate back. It's a dead end in there, but I think I found some Evermead.
Does Poi know what that is?
Yes, you know exactly what that is. That was
Poison.
one of the drinks that only the pureblood sun elves were allowed to drink.
Huh.
Uh,
But Poi's eyes. Does Poi know the financial value, though?
You know that it is very rare, very expensive. As far as the exact value of it, that would be a history check. Not a disadvantage for you because you have heard of it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You can, yeah, take that.
okay. With that, he's going to return back to Master Way.
Oh,
What did you
you have-
find?
He holds out the crate. Evermead. How many bottles?
8 of them.
Nice
I can
collection.
store these.
I was hoping
If
you'd
you
say
would
that.
like.
We might be able to use them as bargaining chips.
Eldrath, are you stepping down that pathway?
He's shining the light down that way, just waiting.
Okay.
Would
That's where you are, though?
say-
Yes.
Okay. I need to roll something.
Uh-oh.
Would you say that is Evermead each bottle, is it 1 or 0.5? Or what?
I would
away?
say 0.5.
0.5? Okay.
Do you want to keep them in the crate though, so that they don't
Oh.
like crash over each other? I don't know how the bag works specifically.
I believe it will be safe regardless.
Everybody stay where you are.
Stay where you are. Okay.
Okay. So as Eldrath steps into that pathway and steps forward, underneath your foot, a glyph of warding lights up and erupts in 25 acid damage
Oh shit!
to Eldrath and Arai and Bastion
My
and
God.
Poi.
25.
I use absorb
25
element to
acid
lessen it.
damage.
I don't think acid's an element.
Double check just to make sure.
You should read the spell description and see, yeah.
25. Calculating how hurt I got. Calculating.
A good hurt.
That's a big hurt.
That's a pretty good hurt.
Acid is a
Youch.
acid is a when taking damage from a acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
So it counts?
There you go.
Yep, you can use, if you have it available to you, you can use absorb elements, yes.
Yippee.
I am
That
absorbing.
will allow you to have it. So it'll be have to 12.
Okay,
Eldrath
thank
will
you.
do the same.
Oh, you
Absorb
like
element.
this.
Make sure to cast that the necessary spell slot, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Did this happen after Cambro gave the crate to Wei?
Everybody was still moving. That's why I was trying to get people to stay where they were.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I
Or
know,
was it
even
before?
if you were still back over here, you would have been out of the range. And I believe Wei was also over here out of the range. So I
Wei has
think
been at
neither
the
of you
entrance
would have been
every
hit
time,
either
yeah.
way.
Okay. If Wei has the crates, cool. Cambro will just
Wei's
like
got the
run
crates.
back. If he doesn't have the crate, he will just try to gently put it down and just go over and just either way he will say, "What happened?"
As you see sizzling acid eating into some of the clothing and armor of your friends and along the walls of the cave.
Shake some of it off. I didn't see it.
He committed a poi.
Hmm.
Eldrath gives him a punch on the arm.
With the
Don't
acid
punch a
on it.
wizard.
Dies.
He died.
Crumbles into dust.
See? Okay. Boy, it might be a good idea just to make sure there aren't any more that you go ahead.
Just a quick question,
Eh?
Dana.
Yes.
I'm guessing the passive perception was not high enough for that to be shown, correct?
It would not have been perception. It would have been an investigation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was
So, no,
really
it was-
hidden
it
then.
would- yeah.
Yeah.
It is a magical spell, so that is designed to not be easily seen.
Well,
Cambro will, seeing as it's probably taken more of a bite out of Arai than anyone else, put his hand on Arai's shoulder, and Platinum Light will heal 15 points of that damage.
Oh, thank you.
Just keeping you safe. All right. I'll go forced. 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 I'll go forced. I meant to say forward and then first, and then my brain said, why not both? So there you go, forced.
I'll have to share a post on that.
we're in a
can't see
cave, not a forest.
See the forced for the trees.
As you step forward, this cavern is very rough along the walls. However, it is well decorated and turned into a very lush living space. There is select art and craft works. Rich carpets and tapestries cover the floor and walls of the cavern. There's also a hewn log bed, a very large mirror, and a locked trunk.
Does this look like Narenbane's quarters?
Definitely looks like the place where somebody like Neravane might enjoy being, because it's definitely the fanciest thing that you have seen so far.
I think we found our prince's sleeping quarters.
Does Cam say that loudly?
Yep. Because he knows that he's going to hear the pitter patter of otter feet soon.
And he did. Oh. What are the valuables here?
Looking around, go ahead and give me a history check if you would like to assess the value of what is around you.
All right.
Eldrath is keeping his eyes for only one thing.
With a 21, Poi, as you... here's how I imagine this scene playing out. Poi steps into the center of the room. The camera goes wide and just circles around Poi 360 as he takes in all of the furniture, the carpets, the tapestries, the art, the objects, the treasure that is all around him. And then it comes back to his face and zooms in on his eyes as they dilate, as you realize the entirety of this room is worth well over 1,500 gold.
Somebody hear a
Boy.
whippoorwill?
Walks over to one of the chairs. He traces a claw over it. Oh, this is. Oh yeah. Poi kisses it.
Eldrath steps away from Poi.
Orion just
Hey.
looks very concerned.
To each their own, I suppose.
Is
Oh, is this-
something good with that?
This better not be a
What's
booby
happening?
trap.
Oh, is this authentic mahogany? Oh, it might be. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good.
The upholstery
is-
is amazing too. Hand stitched, beautiful plush velvet.
Oh, and is that an original goblin Picasso in the corner? Is that an original? I don't know any famous. What's a famous D&D artist in universe?
I don't know, but
really
Goblin
like
Picasso might be one of them.
Goblisso is
It's
definitely on the top of my list now.
Is that
I'm totally down.
is that an original Goblisso?
It certainly looks like one. Anyway,
Oh, this must have been during his green era.
Wade leaves. Wade's been trying to leave this
I don't
entire
wanna be a
time.
part of
He's
this
just
party
gonna
anymore.
like just leaves.
like, I cannot handle this.
I'm clocking out.
No.
You know what we could afford with this? We never need to adventure again in our lives.
It's just furniture. I don't understand.
It's just furniture. This furniture is worth more than double your life's worth, honey.
Honey.
Can put the value on life like that? That's weird.
And that's what bounties are for, anyway.
I thought those were for crimes.
Dana, you mentioned a trunk.
Yes, there is a trunk at the base of the log bed.
Is it? You said it was locked, but I don't know.
It appears to be, yes.
Boy, is this something you could open? Or did we find any keys? We didn't find any keys on Erenbane, did we?
You did not find any keys, no.
Okay.
Ploy's gonna get to work on seeing if he can unlock it.
I'm gonna see if I can find keys like in a dresser drawer or something like that hidden. Just in case
Eldrath
you can't.
will assist Poi. I'll give you advantage on whatever roll you need to do.
What role are you trying? What are you trying to do?
Lock picking. So would that be like sleight of hand?
Thieves'
if it's-
tools specifically.
Thieves'
probably.
Thieves'
tools.
tools.
If you're trying to pick
Okay.
the lock, it would be thieves' tools.
All right. Attribute with dexterity.
Eldrath kind of stops Poi just for a moment. Perhaps we should check for traps, like we should have before we entered the room, yes? At least I should.
Toy's hands are positively wriggling, but also there's a burn scar from the acid, so very
Yes.
begrudgingly he's like, all right, but make it snappy.
That would be an investigation check.
If you can investigate the box, I can try to look for the magic. I think I know what I'm looking for now that I've experienced.
All right. It's investigation.
Is that you giving Poi advantage?
Yes.
Okay. The
My
investigation
investigation
at
is shit.
advantage, Poi.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
That's pretty
So-
yummy.
As you're looking at it and looking a little bit closer, you see inside of the lock, just behind it, there is a very thin, fine needle that looks like as soon as you try to activate this, it is going to immediately spring out and pierce the hand of whoever's trying to actually try to pick the lock.
Ooh, look what we got here. We back in the old days, me and my boys used to call these the palm rippers. If you
I understand
let me
what that
take-
means.
here, let me take care of that. Can Poi like dismantle it or?
That would be a Thieves' Tools check in and of itself. This would be dexterity, because this would be you being able to control your the shakiness and steadiness of your hands.
All right, let's do it.
Keep your webbies calm. All right. As you go in and try to delicately deactivate the spring without actually triggering it, but you feel a twinge in your hand, and your finger twitches, and does a 18 hit you?
Nope.
All right. As you feel the spring unlatch and move your hand just in the nick of time, as the needle pops out, and it is a long needle. It is easily 6 inches long, as it is just millimeters away from the palm of your paw.
Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't exactly ride with those guys before. We didn't really have any more hands to lockpick.
Bastion leans over to
It
a
was
right
the-
and is like, "Told you it was a booby trap." Knew this was booby trap.
Anyways, let's get this thing open, I guess.
Cambro
Now
gives
it's
up on
tripped,
his
so
search
yeah.
for the keys.
You didn't know it was a trap until it was sprung.
There does appear to be a little bit of green liquid dripping from the needle as well.
Poi loves green liquid. Well, open the thing so Poi can get like a better look at the
Alright.
what's inside.
So, funny enough, once the trap is sprung, the trunk unlocks, and you do not need to pick it anymore. It
Oh,
seems
cool.
that the key is specifically to deactivate the trap.
Well, I sort of did that, so
Yeah,
kudos
kinda.
to me. All right, what's in here?
All right. Inside that chest, you find a series of lovely silken purplish robes, all with a draconic script going across them. Several long stoles that go around the neck that drape down that also have a lot of draconic script on them, as you seem to have found all of his clothing.
Well,
Anything
nope,
good?
man.
Looks
Nope,
like
man.
clothes.
I do.
However,
Very,
Boy.
very Hmm?
As you have lifted the lid, you can see the trap mechanism underneath,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a vial of poison that is hooked into the needle.
I'm taking that. Oh, what are you? Can Poi identify it?
That would be a poisoner's kit check with intelligence.
All right, let's see.
How long?
Do these robes look familiar to Eldrath?
These definitely look like the robes that the other wearers of purple have worn.
Yeah.
They have different designs on them, but that seems to be more of a personalized thing for individual purple wearers of purple. But this is definitely that same color and the same kind of scheme, yeah. With a 23, this, as you're looking at the poison and you see the light kind of shimmer strange as you hold it up to the torchlight, and you think about like where you've seen that effect before, and you recall that this is a very unusual poison that is from a specific type of plant that is found out in the jungles. And what this poison will do is it will make the hand, or wherever it's struck, in this case it would have been in the hand, would have been numb, and then probably would have gone slightly transparent. And
Huh.
then the pain would have started.
Huh. But what do I call it?
You could call it the vial of disappearing poison.
Oh.
You have only
That's a neat
one
fight.
dose of this, and it deals. Can't believe you get this. It is 12d8 poison.
Oh Lord.
It's potent
how do-
stuff.
okay,
Extremely potent stuff.
Violet
Is a
disappearing.
DC 16 Constitution save.
All right. I need to
If you
add.
succeed, that's when the disappearing effects happen, the numbness and then the transparency, and then the poison damage is halved. But if you fail, you take the full 12d8.
Okay. 12d8. Violet disappearing poison. Where?
That even
Now,
might
how do I
hurt
put-
Eldrath a little bit.
Keep in
How do I
mind, this
put-
is a delayed action poison. This is not an instant poison.
How do I put that in an item description? 12d8.
You can write it down. Yeah, it's just 12d8 poison damage with a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
12d8 poison damage, DC 16 con saving throw. I need to put that into the item description.
As Poi is lovingly caressing that vial, Cambro turns to Eldrath. I would have thought that something that would have had a poison trap protecting it would have been protecting something valuable. It's just clothes here. You think he may have hidden something somewhere else?
Eldrath takes a moment and kind of shuffles the clothes around, the robes. There's nothing else in this box that he can see right now.
Nope, just close.
To be honest, I was expecting, well, you remember the mask that I had? When
Right.
they are usually wearing them. It was weird to not see him wearing it. And now it's not in the...
Which may mean that he has it hidden somewhere.
I mean,
Passive perceptions for everybody?
Passive?
Yes.
20.
So,
20.
Wait, it's
I
not
can't
Uh,
perceive it.
Your passives are
perception.
20? Wow.
What the fuck? Mine's 14.
11.
Crazy. You those of you who have a passive perception above 15
God damn it.
can feel a breeze coming from the south wall
Do you
as
feel
you
that?
look over, and you can see a tapestry that is moving ever so slightly.
Canberra
Well,
will
well, well. What do
investigate.
we have here?
What does he see behind the tapestry?
Yes.
As you move the tapestry to the side,
Oh, it's over here.
An S.
you find a secret passage that leads into another room.
Damn it, Dirk.
I could.
Capital. Let's
Oh,
go.
nice.
Eldrath will kind of call out,
Uh,
there's a hidden room back here. Hopefully, Wei can hear him from where he's standing.
Oh, don't worry. I can hear you.
Okay, good.
As you look into this room, this is you see a small shrine to what looks like a pair of white eyes peering out from a dark wall above a small basin. There is a little bit of water in the basin, as well as some small flowers that are arranged around it. You also see a desk that has what looks like a book or a journal on it. And that is pretty much all that you see in here. I would say a religion check if you want to identify the shrine.
I'll let somebody else handle the shrine. Where's the book?
As
Boy,
you
wants to-
grab the book,
Mhm.
do you open it?
Yes.
All right. As you open it up, written in Draconic that you can now read, it appears to be a journal that belongs to Narenvane.
I started reading it out in Broken Draconic.
As you
Eldrath
move
will-
to the go
Eldrath
ahead.
will guide him on the words he keeps getting stuck on.
Well,
But
as you
he's not-
move to the most recent entry,
Canberra reads this out.
go right ahead.
We're waiting.
It is with great satisfaction that I report our operations within the Misty Forest are proving to be fruity.
Fruitful.
Fruitful. Many treasures and gold have been taken from these villages within. A great addition to the Queen's horse. No, not horse. Horde that continues to grow. Truth is impatient, as always, but happy with his cut of the horde. His own pile has grown in size as the raids have increased, and he is eager to spread his poisson to those that would defy her birthright. My father, foolish old invalid that he is, has found himself on the right side with the help of our friends within the Eldrath Veluthra. To think a sympathizer could be so close to the king and so adept with the modify memory spell, a convenience that could only be scripted by the most imaginative bard. If I am to believe Severin, then we are growing closer to our goal. He assures me that Varum's mishaps will not hinder our plans, but yet still keeps me in the dark to the whole tapestry being woven. While a simple, I'm not even going to try that one, human, Severin has shown his guide. Shown his guide? Guile. Thank you. And intellect very expertly. It is no wonder the other worm speakers follow him. I am with doubts over the matter, but his insistence to leave my mask with him for safekeeping while I conduct this mission may be for the best. Varum's mishaps aside, the interloper slaying of Resmir has shown...
That's us. Or, well, continue.
Has shown that the 5 factions have taken an interest in our work. Ignir has warned me of the other champion, the blood trader from one of the nomad tribes who has joined with a champion of the Justice Maker. And at that, he just pauses and looks over at Eldrath.
Hi, that's
us, yes.
Hmm.
They have formidable allies as well. At this moment, they would pose a threat if allowed to interfere farther.
Close enough.
Okay.
That cringed so hard.
Kudos to reading all that out.
You could look. You stuck with the bit. I'll give you credit for it.
Thank you.
God damn.
And you said you need a religion check for the shrine?
It would be religion.
Heck, if I'm going to do it in Broken Draconic, I am going to commit to the bit here.
Fair. Like that. I appreciate the commitment.
That honestly keeps my attention more than like reading it fluidly.
The problem was that I wasn't like reading it for comprehension. I was reading it to say, okay, where can I make some mistakes that are going to be fun? But anyway,
Out of 15.
With a 15, looking at that shrine, you actually do recognize the symbology. This would be for Fenmarel Mestarin. It is the elven god of outcasts, scapegoats, and solitude.
Relatable.
He'll just relay what that means.
Oh,
Ignir, huh? We
seems
need to
we're
deal
both
with that.
marked.
Well,
That's okay. Bahamut has a plan with this. And it's going to have him be brought to justice. Not vengeance. And with that, he's going to take that journal and he's going to hand it to Eldrath. I believe this must be more proof that we should take back.
oh, very much so. And this is only a portion of the entire journal. We have more to read.
We might do that later, or have them, whoever is back at Waterdeep, to read it, but
I would probably take time and read through it when we have breaks. But yes, I agree. At least we know that the mask isn't here.
I'm sorry. Would have been nice to have been able to replace the black mask.
The those masks have a power I don't fully understand. A power that they want to wield. We need to get those masks away from them.
It may be difficult to do since they seem to be ahead of us in terms of relocating. A lot of people are confused and incredulous about them even trying. But it appears they may know what they're doing.
Dana,
Yes.
is Severin ringing any bells in Eldrath's head, or is this the first time he's come across that name?
Not the first time, no. This is a name that has come up before, only a few times, but was listed as one of the worm speakers. And now, from what you're gathering from this, sounds to be like he may be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the shrine? Was it in the back?
It's
Is there anything down
prominently.
here? of note?
It's right up here, actually, right next to you all.
Okay. Cambro's going to take a quick peek down here, see if anything else is jumping out. We found one door. Maybe there's something else.
As you walk up and discover, yes, there is in fact another secret passageway that leads
Guess
into
what, everyone?
another section.
Another capital S.
No!
All right.
Bastion was right.
S for some more doors.
Dana,
Koi
real quickly.
gives.
Stop, go back.
Yes, real quickly.
While Wei walks through the bedroom, since he's bringing up the rear, this is the first time actually seeing it himself. Can he quickly scan for any signs of heraldry or statescraft that continue to prove Naren Vane's connection or like the identity of this corpse that we might be bringing back, and his activities?
As far as anything that would be of the royal house or anything that would reveal themselves to be of the royal house, nothing. You do recall that they said that he was an exiled prince, so likely they would have stripped him of all of that.
All right, he's kept nothing. Okay.
So,
Another minor thing, Dana.
yes.
It's actually not super important. I'm just wondering if it's a typo or if that's actually how it's spelled. But in the middle paragraph, it says Eldrath Valuthra. I thought it was spelled with an E where the A
That
is.
might have just been my autocorrect fixing that.
Is it- I saw that. I'm like, wait a
I'll-
minute.
I keep hearing it as Eldrath Lutheran. Like,
It's
this is very
Eldrath,
confusing.
It's with an E.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Eldrath.
means the blade of our people, Eldrath Valuthra.
Total coincidence that my character's
Yeah.
name and yeah, but it is funny. Okay.
It's you.
All right. As you look into the passage,
Whoa.
as you see a large den that definitely has the stench, the acrid nature of the poison, the almost sweet, sickly sweet smell. And looking within, you can see a moderate pile of what looks like gold and silver, platinum, bars of gold, as well as some various other items kind of spread out and dug in between.
I believe we've found Truth's lair.
Ooh.
Gonna go in and just take a quick scan around to see if there's any dangers that he can see.
Nothing that you can see. Just along that east wall is where all of the horde is collected. It definitely It does not compare to what you saw with Arathatar. It definitely appears to be a smaller pile. But other than that, the rest of this cavern is bare. It just appears to have some scattered bones from old kills. Definitely some amongst them are humanoid. Some of them amongst them are beasts. But it appears that this is where Chuth was likely... this was their lair. This was where they were spending their time in between raids.
Alright, we'll see the bones, and he'll be like, "Oh, poor souls."
Poi's gonna look at the gold and it's gonna be like, oh. How much space do we have?
Probably not enough.
Most of this gold, most of this hoard actually may have come from the other Elven villages.
That's very true.
Granted,
Well,
they're gone, so I guess, as you say, finders keepers.
hell yeah, speaking my language.
What about Altan?
All right.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
What about Altan? Did they get anything taken from them?
I do not know.
Well, if anybody is going to worry about the redistribution about it, probably be King Melendrock. This is about where the horde is, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
If you want to go through it and catalog it, it might take you a little bit of time, but it is something you could do.
All right. Let's go ahead and catalog it, see what we might be able to take with us, what we may have to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Poi kind of bristles at that word.
Start with the gold. Work our way down.
Well, as far as the monetary items here, you count 10 platinum pieces, 120 gold pieces, 2,400 silver pieces, 8,000 copper pieces, and within the pile you find 10 gold trade bars from Baldur's Gate, embossed with a value of 50 gold each.
Any other items of note?
And pulling that up.
Can anyone detect magic?
I was just gonna ask that.
Yes, actually.
I would love
As
if
a
people
ritual.
use that skill. Yes, that'd be great.
Well, it'll take about 10 minutes for Cambro to be counting gold with even any help, so you'll probably have your 10 minutes easy.
Yeah. Eldrath will take the time to, well, it's actually double the ritual time, correct? To cast it as a ritual?
It's
10
10 minutes plus
plus
the
your-
amount of... Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, Eldrath will take the time to go ahead and use Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'll throw that out there.
I put it in Roll20 chat.
You definitely detect a few magical items within. As you look through, you find... you want to start with armor, weapons, trinkets, or staves and wands?
Choices. Let's start with the wands. Start
Okay.
small.
is you find a wand in the pile that, as you pick it up, has a little bit of a static, like a charge to it. And then also finding a staff that is very intricately carved with what looks like some kind of celestial being on the very top as a figurehead. You find a pair of bracers that have a very sturdy build to them. You find a strange little 1-inch metal cube that is just radiating magic. You find a sword. It looks like a scimitar that has a very, very honed, good edge on it, also giving off magic. A studded leather armor that has like a bluish tinge to the leather. And a chainmail that has a bit of a glint of red to it when you hold it up against the light. And those are the items that you find that are of magical value.
Thanks for writing that, Tazel.
Mm-hmm.
I will be able to identify these as well with another ritual, but perhaps later, yes?
Do we have room to store them?
Out of over the table, I still have about 400 pounds left.
You might be taking these.
Aren't you carrying the bodies?
I'm carrying the
that's,
bodies.
Oh, you're carrying the bodies, and you've got the head of truth in yours.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Let's put it in Way's bag.
Possibly get all of this into Way's bag. Maybe not the 8,000 copper pieces.
Yeah, I was just thinking, probably not that.
More importantly, the magical items.
Coinage, you'll have to decide what is most valuable to you, because coins have weight.
Yes.
Poy's just staring at all this, like in sheer choice paralysis. He's also thinking back about the previous room.
I would suggest the platinum and the gold at least, and the gold trade bars we can put in the bag.
Yeah.
And then as much of the
I'll take care of the
silver
trade bars. I'll take care of the trade bars.
No, you will not. We
Listen.
will take care of the trade bars, and we will divvy them up later. We're not
If I
going to
recall
divvy this up
correctly,
now.
50 coins weighs 1 pound.
Gambro, can I speak to you for a moment?
You can speak to me in front of everybody.
I'd rather not.
Got something to hide.
But
boy?
listen, I'm just saying that maybe I could actually. I mean, maybe I could actually be trusted with these gold.
You already have a gold bar that I let you keep. Consider it trust.
That's not enough.
Oh, you get to determine how much trust is enough.
No, the gold is.
Do you have a debt that we don't know about?
You can
Or is
say
it
that.
just greed?
Does it have anything involving that beholder?
I'm not even sure if this is remotely enough to cover it anyhow.
What is the
But
due date for your debt?
the due date, to the people of Akoa, the due date is as soon as possible.
That could mean 50 years.
50 years.
I don't understand how desperate you are if there is a not set time.
Well, we can't just leave it all here, can we? This is like, this could help people. This
We're limited.
Sunflare
how many
is
we can
gone.
carry.
Sunflare is gone. We could use this to restructure the entire.
I'm not saying we should leave any of this behind.
Y'all think
I don't
I'm
know.
some greedy, money-hungry rogue? Is that it? You think this? I mean, in some respects, you're correct, but even I have things I value that some of you might actually find noble. And I've been dogged by this constant guilt, pressing shame about the fact that I could never do anything for the people I killed the people I grew up with. Of course, none of you would understand. Of course not.
Really?
Turned my back
Boy.
on my entire clan. I think I understand a little bit, Poi.
I burned my mother in the face when I escaped. You think I don't understand?
That's enough. I'll figure it out myself.
I believe I can speak for everyone when we say we will help you with whatever you need us to do. I believe the only one who is not trusting is you, Poi. I think you need to trust us a little bit more.
You know, when I saw his lifeless body out there, I thought everything would just change. Here I am, stuck with the same mire of misery.
Life is miserable. That is one truth.
Removing a barrier does not change your position.
God? I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Wei calls out from like the back of the room.
Yeah, we figured.
Yeah.
Boy, as I recall from our discussion back in Waterdeep, Lady Haventree felt a great amount of guilt for what was involved on this too. I think that if we tried to get as much of this over, and she would be able to use her resources to help take some of this money, that there could be some way to have financial reparations made. But I think you need to be able to trust her and trust us to do that. Because skulking in the shadows, trying to hide what you pick up to be able to surreptitiously give it out, that doesn't breed trust. It breeds suspicion. You may not feel that you need us. But if you think that you need this to be able to rebuild Akoa, I too think I can speak for us in that we do want to help. But you need to come halfway. You need to give us that trust.
All right. Do what you will. All right. So,
Okay.
Eldrath's checking out the water.
Same greenish tinge.
Any
So I would note that 8,000 copper pieces weighs 160 pounds, and 2,400 silver pieces weighs 48 pounds.
So we could get the silver, gold, and platinum, and the gold bars probably, at least into the the bag.
Probably.
Mhm.
I would
Dark
say
shovel.
as much as we could fit in, and then we could just take it back and put it out on the floor. And what is not reasonable for us to be able to divvy up, or what we are willing to contribute to the cause. Assuming we get to that point. And with that, Camro's going to stop musing about it and just start gathering everything up and waiting for Way to come over with the bag so that he can start depositing into the National Bank of Way.
Fine. I go over and open up a savings account with Cathay Bank. Here.
Do you reckon we could leave the rest that we're leaving behind in that one room and seal it off? And when we get back, we can let Lady Haventree know of its location and its purpose.
That is a reasonable idea.
Question for you, Dana.
Mm.
If we were to take what we could not take and put it into the trunk, and when I used the Harper cube, could the trunk come along with us?
As far as the teleportation circle spell is concerned, anything within the 10 feet radius of the circle is transported. So the only limitation is the space.
Well, let's get a little creative with it.
Yeah.
Canberra will suggest that we take the trunk that we found the clothes in, take the clothes out, and bring over the trunk. We can put it in here. We can put as much of the copper and the money that we can't fit into the bag into the trunk. We just have the trunk with us when we use the Harper's Cube.
Do we have
Eldrath. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we have a note or something we can leave behind so they know its precise purpose?
I'm not following.
Well, I mean, if you just get a whole buttload of gold and fancy garments out of the blue.
I believe the
we would be
author is
taking this to Lady
suggesting-
Haventree.
I believe the author is suggesting that we do not go along with the money and the riches. If that is possible.
Wait, actually, I thought we... Okay, never mind. I thought we were... Okay, we are going back then. Okay, with it.
Yeah, that was the whole intent. We didn't want to leave any of this money behind if we could avoid it. We couldn't carry it with us, but we could put it in the trunk and have the trunk with us when we teleport it back.
Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, I misread how mechanics worked. Okay, never mind.
Eldrath does raise this question. When I was on my solo mission, I did not have any transportation. Didn't you all have some sort of transportation?
As a matter of fact, I do. And he doesn't activate it, but he does pull out the Harper's Cube. This is a device that essentially does the equivalent of what I've been told is a teleportation spell.
This party also has a poor habit of leaving our horses.
That is what I'm saying.
I was just going to say that. I don't know if we can fit the horses and us and the trunk in the space. That might be a little bit tight, but it might be worth it to try.
I can try.
All right.
Hopefully it doesn't hurt to try.
In which case, I'm going to suggest we load up the trunk with money. Bastion and I can carry that out.
Yep.
Eldrath and Way have everything else in the bags. We go find the horses. I'll dismiss Crags. We'll try the Harper's Cube and see how much we can fit in to be able to get everybody back.
Don't forget some of the paintings and the tapestries. And,
That
I'll just take care of those myself.
Yeah, you can.
Don't get too cocky.
All right.
As he spirits off, as he runs off to like grab the things, camera goes to everybody else. I am very, very concerned for Poi right now.
When aren't you?
Well, mostly I'm just annoyed by him, but I can see about him. I can see the pain in his eyes about wanting to make restitution. There is a sense of redemption in his words, or a need for it, a yearning. Sorry, Master Way, you were going to say something?
I was to say that there is much to consider. There is a lot that actually weighs upon his shoulders. And I can see that. I can also see that he does things recklessly. Not so useful in making progress with his goals.
Maybe
I have no... Oh.
Go ahead.
What?
For my part, I have no love for any of this worth. Only what I can use in my war chest for the rest of this excursion. I only wish to report good news to my empire. The rest can go to Poi. And to you.
What does your empire want with the Sword Coast?
To prevent this potential world-changing event. That is all.
Don't we all? Sounds like a no-brainer.
Well, I think we've explored this area enough. Let's get outside to the horses. Let's get the cube set up, and let's go home.
You could have said it any better. Let's do that.
Master Way, a question.
Yes.
If the cult was able to bend the ear or mind of a powerful elf king, is it not also possible that they could also bend the ears of someone in your court?
That is not without possibility. However, they would meet great resistance. Most of my people do not leave the Empire. They do not wish to. We do not wish to. We do not wish to expand. We are very insular. But we have heard of these issues outside of our fractals. It is not something that we could leave.
We should go before this cave starts reminding me of home.
Your home spits acid?
He doesn't respond.
Whoa. Hello, what is this?
I'm writing everything inside my bag of holding, by the way. So
Oh, this is beautiful. Whoa.
It's been so long since we've seen it.
Oh my god. Hello, old friend.
Ah, yes, the Fields of the Dead.
I remember
It's a
that.
great vacation spot.
Yeah, Eldrath actually went through it.
It's to
Yeah,
die for.
Cool.
just looking. I'm looking for his water little marks. there.
Greenest. The wood of sharp teeth. Is there any place that's not the adjective noun? Like, is there any place like Fresno?
A lot of this is the translation into Common from its original language, which
I see.
in a majority of Faerun is Elvish. However, there is a lot of Dwarvish and Orcish influence as well.
So
Ooh, I
it's
can
like
speak
El
that.
Camino Real or El Paso.
You're not far off. A lot of the languages are very different in how they are sound and how they sound. Draconic especially is very harsh sounding with a lot of harsh consonants, and I think they are called glottal stops, where you kind of stop the extra apostrophes and such.
yeah, yeah.
Seed of Soul. All right. Well, I love maps. I love fantasy maps. This tickles
Yes.
me just fine.
As you all collect the items that you have scooped together, putting all of the other coinage into the trunk that has been deactivated. The trap has been deactivated, as well as the items that you have gathered that have some kind of magical property to them. Chust's head, I believe, you also had that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bodies of Narenvane and Sunflare. Anything else?
Are we able to take the horses with?
Yeah, you can get the horses.
Let's do that then.
Eh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How much is each gold trade bar, by the way?
50 gold?
50.
Yep.
No,
they are
wait,
they are
wait, what?
stamped as 50 gold. Oh, how much do they weigh?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me pull that back up here. I believe they were 10 pounds.
That's
10
100
each?
pounds more.
That's
Let
about
me
right.
double check though. There we go. 10 gold trade bars. Oh, it does not say how much they weigh actually. I'm
No,
gonna
that's
call
fine.
that 1 pound then.
Okay, give me a second.
They are pressed in such a way that makes them very obviously marked. Gnomish design.
Branding.
But as you all prepare to use the cube to teleport, we'll go ahead and take our break there.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
The suspense. What can go wrong?
Lots of things. Never doubt.
That was
Well, when it comes to
I
teleportation,
hope
we
I'm
could
not-
make it to our
I wa-
destination or crash into a wall.
I hope I'm not a screen hog. I was trying to do it subtly.
Huge
But-
derailment. We go to the Astral Sea.
Yeah, actually, that sounds cool.
I actually took a
I'm just
peek
gonna
at one
study
of
this
the
map for a while.
newer books.
Forest of Worms. Forest of Worms.
Mm.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Troll Claws.
We're going forced.
Baldur's Gate. What's a gate doing? Like, what is it gating?
Baldur.
Baldur.
Uh,
Who's
Baldur's Gate is the name that was given to the city, based on the hero by the name of Baldur, who
Okay,
held
but-
the.
go on.
I believe it was a gate that held back the forces of evil, and he and his group defended it.
So, but there's no gate. I can walk around it.
Oh,
You know, there's no deep
boy.
water in Waterdeep either.
Well, yeah, but like, actually, no, you are wrong because it's like on the bay, so there is
But not
deep
in
water.
Waterdeep. This is
Well,
city. It's not deep
Yes,
water.
but like, here's the thing: when you call it water deep, it's like descriptive. It's like, okay, this is like water deep, or like
Baldur's Gate is
Candlekeep,
descriptive of the
or
city.
but there's no gate because like gate is like something you'd actually call a place that has a gate, like
Okay, I'll be right back.
like the
don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
need to
you're
be-
going on him.
You just let
Like
that
the-
rattle around a bit.
like the Golden Gate Bridge was a gateway into
I'll be
the
right back.
San Francisco, and like
I-
where's the gate?
I think you've proven that it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
need to
do
be a
my-
gate to be called a gate.
What about the Lonely Moo?
Oh, you'll see many more.
Next
Alright,
to
I'll be back.
what was the forest?
Oh, great. Don't worry, you'll be able to hear more and probably come back to it within the next minute or so. But it will be within the next 3 minutes if you are not subscribed. If you are subscribed, you get the perks of not having to deal with the ads coming up for this break. During D&D sessions, I try and do them only once in the entire middle of it. So basically one mid-roll per whole session or video. Anyway, that basically just means that, if you are not subscribed, you'll miss the first 3 minutes of break chatting and all that and whatnot, but you'll still come back to it. And if you are subscribed, you'll get to hear everything. Meanwhile, I'm going to just get a couple things, settle out, BioBreak, whatever. But yes, I'll be right back, and I'll get those ads started. And undeafen the chat so you can hear them. Anyway, BRB.
I'll
Okay,
be
what
back.
is that? Why
A
does it look like a
mustache.
mustache? So this is like a temperate climate, like a
I am really interested in that staff that we found.
well, we got wands actually. Wands are pretty actually really big actually.
Yeah, but I want the staff.
Uh, is there like a difference between the two?
Yeah, wands you wave in the air. Staffs, I can bonk you.
Well, I guess that's technically correct. I can't really.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Found some things.
Yep. I'm gonna say
Ray also
hopefully
has,
my microphone can get fixed by next session.
Seems to be working out all right for the moment.
Yeah, but I've been noticing when I'm not talking, it's still lingering on a little bit longer with a weird sound or something, so hopefully I can find a way to fix it.
probably need to adjust the noise gate a little bit or something. That's a process because sometimes that could be fine tuning. That can take a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need assistance to help me with all that, but we'll get it figured out. It doesn't also help that Discord's being wonky either.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hi, back. I'm side.
Okay, Dad.
Hi, back. I'm gonna do it this time.
Tired.
I love that the math is that each coin has a specific weight no matter what value it is. And at first I always wondered how is that possible, but then I noticed that they cut the coins in a specific way in the book. Like the designs of the individual currency is cut in a specific way. So that means that there is less material of the heavier material, so it would still weigh the same amount, but it might have less actual.
I mean, alternatively, wouldn't the materials have different densities?
Right. But that's what I mean, though, is that the overall the copper piece maybe have more volume, but because it might not have as much density as gold, it will weigh the same as the gold piece that is cut much smaller.
I guess that's true.
But the each 50 coins weighs only a pound, and that's what surprised me about the 8,000. I was just doing the math, and I was just like, 8,000 copper pieces. How much is that? So every 50 equals 1 pound. 160 pounds. It's like, shit, that's not a lot, actually. Like, that's heavy, don't get me wrong, but that's not impossible.
I guess.
I think most military gear loadouts weigh usually between like 100 and 150 pounds.
Ear loadouts?
Yeah, all of their like armor, their weapons, their survival kits, anything they need to carry with them. Anywhere between 100 pounds and 150 pounds. That's like the whole thing about, like, have you ever seen like those winches in historical movies or quote unquote historical movies that show knights being lowered onto horses, completely made up? Knights just climbed on top of the horses because most of that armor weighed about the same amount as the gear that most military soldiers wear now.
Jeez.
So it was heavy, sure, but it wasn't more than a person could handle.
That's
I'm sure the horses are thrilled about it.
I mean, yeah, but they're strong. I'm sure they didn't complain. I'm sure. God, medieval warfare actually sounds horrible. Yes, because warfare is
Warfare in general.
What a great observation. War is bad.
War bad.
When you look at some of the stuff that was used in like siege warfare, especially, that stuff is brutal. Although, like, I still look back at like some of the stuff that was in trench warfare that they ended up outlawing in the Geneva Convention, I believe. The three-sided knife was one specifically that was outlawed. It was basically a spike that had 3 pieces of metal that were welded together. It was a 3-sided knife, essentially. And because of the shape of the knife, when it would go in, the wound that it would make would be very difficult to stitch closed. So, oftentimes it was a deadly wound because of how drastic the wound was.
Yikes.
So the Geneva Convention outlawed that, but then there are still some that exist in museums, and if you ever seen some of these, they are brutal. They are straight up like railroad spikes that they sharpened.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. Oh, that is actually.
Let's look
Okay, I was thinking. It's like a twisted. It literally just looks like a screwdriver. Sort of.
Oh, God.
It's
It's
brutal.
called a jagged commando. Jack, come on.
I think it was. I know the Germans used a version of it. I don't know who or where it originated from.
Ugh,
But yeah, that was used in trench warfare, and that is a nasty piece of warfare right there. But they also, but then like in medieval warfare, you had like the Morning Star and the spinning mace and everything, which would just
flare.
straight up brain people. Like it was disgusting.
Like they're not even that like they're just like hunks of metal basically.
Yep.
Absolutely terrifying.
All right. Everybody back?
Yes.
I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty.
As here as
I've
I
been
can
here.
Back to discuss what Baldur's Gate means.
be.
It means a
Alright.
successful game for Larian.
Shakes you, shakes you. Okay.
All right. So, stepping out of the cave and making your way along the narrow entranceway that you had found behind the waterfall. As you get to an area that is clear where your horses were left behind, you do have the enough space that if you just cleared away some debris, you would have enough room for your the teleportation circle spell from the cube.
Canberra will find Craggs, pet over his head. Hey, buddy, gotta send you back for a little bit. I'll bring you back soon, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
I don't know if he had a spare good berry that was passed off to him. I think that would have expired anyway by now. He'll just go
I mean,
ahead
you
and
guys
quickly
are
summon up some good
responsible for your-
berries. I'm gonna just quickly summon up some good berries for the day and just like slip a couple to him.
All right.
And give one to the horses. They probably haven't eaten either.
They happily chomp on them as well. As Craggs takes a couple. See, I told you guys this stuff is really good. As the horses are just like,
And with that, he goes ahead and dismisses Craggs as he slowly just shines brighter and brighter, and then just. And he bids the horses to follow him and stand where they need to be in order to fit into the teleportation circle.
okay. As all the horses follow and move into the circle.
All right. Everybody within the circle, anything that you're taking with you, also in the circle. Everyone ready?
Okay. Just myself.
Ready.
Boy has the Goblicasso in hand.
And with that, Cambro will activate the Harper's Cube as he'd done before.
As over the course of a minute, a series of lights flow out of the cube, spreading out on the ground around you, as a large teleportation circle encompasses a 10-foot radius, collecting all of you and your belongings and your horses, as you all scooch in a little bit closer to make sure you're within the circle. After a minute, you all feel that familiar feeling of being stretched from one place to another across space and time, as you suddenly get yourselves stretched all the way from here back to Waterdeep in the caverns below Strings and Things in the Temple of Bahamut.
Eesh, I always hate that.
As the horses rear up and make a caterwaul from the sudden strange sensation.
Calm. Calm. You're safe.
Give me an animal handling check. I'll give you advantage.
Would that be persuasion given Cam?
I'm going to say no, but animal handling.
With advantage? Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
At least they
Wow.
weren't ones.
Wow.
You know, even with people, when you just tell them to calm down when they're panicking, it rarely helps. As it turns out, when you do this to horses, it also does not help. As the horses are kind of pulling against their reins and stamping around a little bit, seemingly frightened or confused about what has just occurred.
Is there anybody in the area with us?
You can hear the
Receiving us?
sound of some people moving towards the toward this cavern. There is only one entrance to this particular cavern, so they are you hear the sound coming from that entrance.
We need some help here. The horses are spooked.
As stepping in, you see Carlin and a couple of what you would note as paladins of Bahamut, but seemingly of lower ranking. Two humans that you have not met before. As they all have hands on their weapons before they see it's all you, and they remove their hands from their weapons and stand at attention. Carlin just gives you a nod. Oh, that's a surprise. Weren't expecting it just yet.
We've got to make our report to Lady Haventree. Some serious stuff has happened.
Right. Okay. Yeah. As he kind of points to the two paladins and just motions to the horses, take care of that, would you? As they look at him and give him just like a confused look before they nod and start moving along. As they, the two human paladins take the reins from you and begin to hold down the horses and keep them, trying to calm them down.
Thank you.
See, you got some things there. As he looks around you and sees the trunk, as well as Poi holding the Goblisso.
Yes.
Is that a Goblisso? You know what? Never mind.
It's an imitation.
He just kind of looks, narrows his eyes, and then turns back to Cam. Anyway, yeah. Getting to Lady Haventree as soon as possible might be the better idea. Anything you have that I can get to them quickly while you guys get settled in, or you want to go now?
I think
make
the
sure
sooner
the
that
stuff
we-
is. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the sooner that we can discuss things with Lady Haventree and decide what to do with all of this would probably be best right now.
All right. Well, if you want to leave that stuff there, I can get that sorted for you. Where do you want me to keep it here, or do you want me to send it to Lady Haventree's? What?
Send it to Haventree.
What he said.
Got it. All right. I'll make the arrangements.
Thank you, Carlin.
As he walks past you to get towards it, give me an insight check on Carlin.
Just Cam or anyone?
Just Cam.
Oh.
Was it 15?
You get the feeling that there may be some tension still between the two of you.
Yeah, that's why he's just being thank you. That kind of stuff. He's not trying to chum up or anything. He's got a long road ahead of him. With that, he'll turn to everybody. Let's go see Lady Haventree.
Yes, let's.
All right. As you all make your way to Lady Haventree's home at Ulbrunter Manor, As the stewards receive you and bring you to her sitting room, as you are all let in while she is called for.
Way cleans up
A little
everyone.
bit of, yeah, a little bit of sprucing up.
They're all filthy.
You did just come straight here. Yeah, that is true.
Hmm.
So Wade just goes down the line and just kind of gives everybody a big, quick rinse off and spruce up.
Eldrath was probably the worst of them all.
May need a few applications.
I think Poi is actually easily the worst of them all. He is covered in wounds.
While you all have definitely recovered from your from the initial injuries and such, you were all very worn out, very worn down. You all have fresh bandages and cuts, and some of you still have the marks of poison. However, you are alive, so that's the key thing to remember.
Some with fresh acid burn scars.
That too. As you all settle in and sit on some comfy chairs and sofas.
Being inside the forest for as long as I was, this is a nice thing.
It's good to have you back.
Oh.
After a few minutes of you all resting quietly, assessing in your mind of the events that have occurred, entering the room as the doors slide open with the help of the stewards, walks Lady Ramalia Haventree, regal as ever in her lovely dress and jewelry, as she kind of floats her way in and sits at the big comfy chair, crossing her legs and tinting her fingers as she looks around. Well, it looks like you would have a good story to tell, if I am to guess by the state of all of you.
Good news and bad news.
As often they
Which-
come together.
Which would you prefer first?
I suppose the good news, I would like some good news to start with, I think.
Okay, well, the dragon's dead. Sunflare is also dead. And the other guy's dead too. Oh, wait. No one dropped.
He is shaking his head at that.
What?
Wait, was that
I-
the bad news too?
That was yes.
Sorry.
Let's start over. And with that, Cambro, to the best of his ability, casts exposition about everything that had happened since we went to the Misty Forest.
Is there
Um,
anything you explicitly omit?
The only thing he would admit would be his screw up in taking the drow back to Altan.
Okay.
Eldrath will also report what he had seen and done.
And same question, anything you wish to omit?
About the mission? No. Except for whatever Cam didn't mention. He follows what Cam is doing right now, so.
Way would like to
Uh,
ask the stewards for a cloth to protect the floor, and when it comes out, he will bring out the head of truth.
as you bring out the head of the green dragon onto the cloth, and Lady Haventree she doesn't recoil, but she does grip the armrests of the chair a little bit. Oh, very much a gruesome sight, but
A necessary one.
indeed, a welcome one indeed as well.
Figure the council might have appreciated more proof.
This would go a long way to proving what Delon has been saying.
As Poi
Although
said, oh, go ahead.
this does bring up the point that Narenvain, whom we thought was dead, was in fact not dead, and aiding the cult of the dragon.
At that point, Cambro would ask for the journal. I believe from Eldrath.
Yeah, Eldrath hands it over. He does ask, can you read Draconic, Lady Haventree?
Oh yes, of course.
Cambro will
Okay.
hand it over and just say the last entry.
As she takes a moment and reads over it, as you see her eyes flick over. After a few moments, she nods her head and closes it shut with a snap. This would match up with what Vajra has informed us of, that someone is controlling Melindrock.
And we do have with us the body of Narenvain. I believe that Eldrath has performed some magic on it to allow it to remain in a what did you call it? A stasis?
The body is preserved for about 9 more days. If death is not what you wish him to be, well, you can probably do a ritual or something. I don't know. I prefer him dead, but yeah.
She does have her elbow on the armrest and her chin in her hand, in her palm, and seems to be pondering. I would admit that if this is what Narenvain was doing with himself, I would not be keen on bringing him back. However, it is Melindrock's son, and the crimes against the Elvish kingdoms certainly would warrant punishment from the king himself. I would assume that it would be under his jurisdiction, his decision-making on that, but I will certainly advise him of my belief. Whether he wishes to listen or not, I am unsure.
Is it safe to do so when you know he is compromised?
There is information that they would have that we may be able to still wrest from them. The issue would be that, in order, to my understanding, the way it works, in order to bring a spirit back, they have to be willing. And if Narenvain is not willing to be brought back, especially if he is in custody, then that is the end of it.
At that, Cambro will turn to Arai. You've spoken with the dead before. Is this something you could ascertain?
It's something we could try and ask if they're willing to do, but as stated, if they aren't willing, not much we can do.
But it might be a good idea to ask the question before the attempt is made.
We could, yeah.
And you say you have 2 bodies.
We bring out Sunflare as well.
we're just laying him out here in her lounge.
In
I
her
will
sitting
ask
room.
for more cloths.
There's room on the cloth. We're gonna make a little pile.
Just flop.
Hey. This is the dirty
She
side to
does,
the work you give us to do. I'm sorry.
Just
She does
Send-
motion to the stewards. Could you notify Carlin that we will need a disposal service for some bodies? I'm certain that he will know a few people that will be able to assist us if that is necessary.
the cleaner.
I believe we should keep them intact for now.
For now, definitely. But however, with this, as she points to Sunflare, this one I know very little about other than his connection with the Eldrath Veluthra.
That is something that we can know more of. He, Way looks at Arai, but then back to Lady Haventree. There are multiple people here familiar with magic that speaks to the corpses of the dead. Our questions are limited, but
I am familiar with this magic. I have seen it used before. If you are able to get any information from them, I would welcome it, because the dead are usually not so keen on giving up their secrets.
Very true, unfortunately.
should we perform a spectacle?
What do you have in mind?
Do you think the corpse of Never in Vain would respond to the questions of his father?
Again, Eldrath's question does merit consideration. If he is controlled, do we bring this to him now?
Do we know the manner of his control? We only know that his memory has been modified.
Who's to say that's the only method of control that's on him right now?
Mayhaps we should speak with Vajra and Pearl.
Vajra, probably.
I just hope Pearl's doing all right. Oh, by the way, Avetree. Down below, there's a well, let's just say there's a whole stack of stuff.
Informative.
Poi explains Poi explains what the approximate value of the stuff he received, and like what's in it. Would this be sufficient? I mean, this won't even be close to bringing complete reprieve, but I feel this would be enough to start reparations. With Sunflare gone, I'm not sure what the Veluthra presence on a Koa will be, but if this can get the ball rolling on bring about reparations, then that would be.
I'm not certain of what the current situation is, or how Sunflare's death may have affected it. I do understand that there is someone from the Arcane Brotherhood that is out at that island at the moment doing some reconnaissance, but to date we do not have any updates.
Poi looks disappointed, but well, in any case, all of that money is for the liberation of Akoa, and I trust you will put it to good use.
It will go a long way, I can assure you.
Thank you.
In the meantime, as she looks down at the corpses, Shall we attempt to get some information out of them, or shall we leave them to rot?
Well, there's one we'd like to hear from. Another I'll step out for. I think the prince.
We have a week to make a good decision. We do not have to do that today.
It might be a good benefit for you to ask around to see if this is something that the king needs to be present for versus getting the information now. Unless you need to get information now before you speak with the king.
As Haventree looks at you with a very steely gaze, the Harpers value information more than anything else.
I understand.
Miss Haventree, if I may say, it's best that we wait to see who would want to hear the information. Because once the spell is cast and over, we won't be able to do it again.
That was my point to make. We have one shot at this. Do we want to make sure that we have everybody who is relevant to listen?
I would advise you to read the spell Speak with Dead. The first paragraph towards the end.
Very well.
The first paragraph towards the end.
Speak with Dad. Answers are usually brief, cryptic. Spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit.
No, the first paragraph. But the spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. It's not a one-time thing.
Oh.
You can do it multiple times. It's just that you can't do it multiple times within 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Every 10 days, you can just recast.
You can, yes.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Keep their bodies fresh and never let their spirit rest. Keep asking questions.
It's only an animating spirit, it's fine.
Again, you only need the mouth, and it can't be undead, so all you could just take the head.
And technically, we
carry
have
the
3
head with
mouths
you.
I can speak.
that's
Let's cut off the head. And
that's kind of gruesome.
right in front of her.
It's the worst ventriloquism act I've ever seen.
I just don't want you to think that you only get one shot of this, because you don't. It is you get multiple chances with this. There is just a timeline within which you can do it. So just
Alright, I do
to
apologize
change
on
the
that.
tenor of the conversation a little bit, I would say.
Yeah,
Cambro
okay.
still is of the mindset that if, we want to get the information, do we want to get it with or without King Melendrock present? That is
When
just
is the next
question.
council?
I think what Haventree is demonstrating to you, Cam, is that she wants the information either way. She does not care if Melendrock is present when the information is provided. She is not saying that she is going to withhold that information, just that she wants to make sure that she hears it.
Right. That's okay. I'm sorry. I was not making myself clear. It's just a matter of because Cam is not well versed in politics. Do we? Obviously, Lady Haventree is going to be there. Does King Melendrock also need to be there? That's a political question. That's what Cam was essentially asking.
Well, who are you posing that question to?
Well, that would be
also
Lady
important.
Haventree, because she is the political. She knows the politics better than Cam does.
As she says that with King Melendrock being manipulated, it would be best for us to have this information, verify it, and then we can present it to them and be able to be sure that they are not withholding anything from us.
Okay. That's
fair
what we
enough.
wanted to know. I guess all that guess all that's left is figuring out what to ask him.
Well, biggest question
suppose.
is, what would Lady Haventree want to know?
Currently, I'm most curious of why the Eldrath Veluthra and the Cult of the Dragon are working together in this manner. It is a unusual pairing, as they do not have the same goals.
Another question I think we wanted to ask was, if you were given the opportunity, would you be willing to be returned to life?
Yeah, that's two.
I think I already kind of know what his answer is going to be. It'll probably be along the lines of, when Tiamat rises, she will raise me from the dead for the services I provided. Something like that.
We could probably ask where the mask is probably being held.
Well,
I
we know.
believe it said with Severin, wherever they might be.
Do you know this name? He's asking to Lady Haventree.
She ponders, and I believe I do recall this being on the intel report from the Harpers after the interlopers came back from their trip. Well, I suppose I don't have to say to you when you returned from the Sky Castle, the giant Sky Castle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Okay, I'm still not certain how that works, but an interesting
Neither am
sign,
I.
I'm sure.
Giant
the
magic.
You're gonna have to tell me that story over drinks.
It's a good one.
Even...
I
We could
died
still
there.
probably ask if they remember the location that they're in, though.
We could ask where the green mask is being held. The journal, I think, said that it was with Narenvane. I'm not. With Narenvane said that it was with Severin.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is what I
Mhm.
see here.
It could be anywhere.
We could ask where Severin is.
Would
May
we be
I
able to
remind you?
disguise someone to...
That is exactly what I was to say.
We've done it before. It's not a bad idea.
Eldrath looks uncomfortable this time. He's like, hey.
We must use your services, Eldrath.
Come on, Eldrath.
what was-
You can do this.
So what was the fourth question? Could we? Sorry.
I'm still listening.
The fourth question was, could we?
Not sure if I could right now.
Okay.
You're not certain that you could do what?
I suppose now is a good time. Last night I had a dream, and in this dream, Ignir spoke to me. It's hard to explain what it did to me emotionally. And using that power right now is touchy. don't know how else to say it.
Well, I
You know what,
won't ask you to do anything that you are not willing to do. But anything we can do to gain information from these, as she looks down at the elves' bodies, would be helpful for us to mobilize as quickly as possible.
I think Cam was asking like a fourth question.
Yes, as I recall, we were asking why were the cult and the Veluthra working together? Would they want to be returned to life? Where is Severin? There was a fourth, I think, but I wasn't aware of it.
I thought you were asking, or like adding to it. That's
I don't know if I had anything more.
I could always leave one question for an answer that he gives, and
This is
we
true.
need more to elaborate on.
Well, we have 3. If we need to do any follow-up questions, like Eldrath said, we have space.
Sure.
Do you need anything from us?
I think
All
not.
right.
If we're set, then all I have to do is just cast it then.
All right.
Who do you want to cast it upon?
We agreed it was on the prince, was it?
Narenbane, yeah.
Nervin? Yeah. Before he does look up to Lady Haventree first and states, I don't know if you've seen this before or not, but try not to get too startled, ma'am.
She says she has.
Yeah, still, just be safe. And he'll cast Speak with Dead on Nerving.
All right. As you speak the incantation, burning incense, and the magic spreads out, this green light that embodies Narenvane as it lights up out of his eyes and his mouth and his nose, as some semblance of life has returned to the body, as it takes a raspy breath, ready for questions.
All right. Let's go ahead and get the first one out of the way. Why are you and the cult working together?
My birthright denied.
So pretty much a revenge scheme.
Is that a question?
No, that's just him just stating
Okay.
just a
Be careful how
Fact
you
it-
word
oh.
things.
Yeah.
Don't say that. No, no,
yeah,
no,
no, no, no. No, that
Are
wasn't a
you
question.
sure? Yes. Oh, damn it.
No, we're not. We're not doing the movie trope.
Right.
Where is the green dragon mask held?
Severin has it at the well.
At that point, Cam would probably go over to Orion, just like whisper into his ear, ask him where the well is.
Can you tell us the location of this well that Severin is?
As you see the lips of the corpse ever so slightly turn up into a smirk.
Ugh.
Glory to Tiamat.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay. If you're given the opportunity to return to life, would you accept it?
Only to rule.
All right.
Final question?
Final question. So unless someone has one, I'm gonna make this a little more personal.
Did we ask about why the cult and
Yeah, he said birthright
And-
denied.
you said him and the cult? Did we ask about the cult and the Eldrath the Lutheran? Because I believe that's what Lady Haventree asked.
No, my bad. Why did the cult and the Eldrath Veluthra join forces?
Opportunity. As the light fades from the corpse as it goes still again.
Well, that answered something.
We can ask the same last question to both corpses. They hold different positions, after all.
I'll let you guys do that.
It's more of a shame that we couldn't get the location, though.
Well, you can ask him. Poi points. I'll be out here. And Poi leaves.
Before Poi completely leaves, Arai's gonna stop him real quick. Poi,
Yeah?
are you sure there's not gonna be anything you want to ask him?
What about Pearl's parents?
We
You
know
don't
the
know.
answer to that. If
Sorry,
you
one
got one. If you got one left over, then I'll come get me. But I'll be out here until then.
Okay. So we're just gonna ask the same questions to Sunflare?
I don't think all of them. I don't think we want to return him to life. I don't think
doubt-
he has anything to do with the mask.
Right.
But we could ask why they're working together.
Lady Haventree, are there any important questions you might have for Sunflare yourself?
It would be good to know any information about a Koa that we could use to our advantage.
Arai does not need to be the one to ask the questions, if you are available to ask them.
I would not mind.
Alright.
We'll just leave a last question for Poi.
Agreed. So we have 3 then. Talking about the cult and Eldrath. I'm thinking about if they know where Severin is at this well location. And then Lady Haventree's at Koa.
Eldrath in his mind, he's trying to think of anything tied to the mention of a well, but I don't believe he's ever heard anything about a well before.
Always try.
Well, we have all 3 questions. The others we can improvise.
Very true. If there's no more,
There's
then
more.
Perhaps,
not more questions.
perhaps future targets, future plans. That way, the Harpers may be able to stop.
Did he have any contingency? What contingency plans did he have? If he,
Oh, that is clever. He does seem the type that would have contingencies.
All right, that's 4, and then the last one is for Poi.
Do you
Are we
think
ready?
we'd respond better if we asked the questions in Elvish?
Maybe.
Does anyone speak Elvish?
As Lady Haventree raises her hand.
Cam makes this.
It
ooh.
was
She is
a
an elf.
rhetorical question.
I will be honest with you though on this one, in and out character. I've never tested if speaking in a different language is gonna affect the answer, really.
This is DM fiat. So technically, speak dead, like the corpse can answer depending on whoever's asking.
Yeah.
So it's whatever the DM feels like. And I'm like, this is an Elvish supremacy group, so why not?
Have an elf talk to an elf. Yeah, no, makes sense. Alright, with that, he'll raise his hand and cast Speak with Dead again on Sunflower.
All right. As again, you lighting the incense, speaking the incantations, as the green light spreads and goes to envelop the body of Sunflare. And nothing happens.
Oh. Do I know what it means when that happens?
Typically, you might understand what that might mean. I would say that would be a Arcana roll.
Okay.
Can Wei also do an Arcana?
Sure.
Alright.
Rolls!
Aw.
Rolls! Why?
All right, Wei will guidance himself and then also do Arcana.
Please do.
Like for Arai, this is the first time he's ever had this happen.
Yeah, I'm just like blinking and just like twiddling my fingers like, why is this not working?
Like he has
It's okay.
seen
Performance
like
anxiety gets to us all sometimes. Don't worry about it.
it's like you've seen
you
people like you've seen corpses just straight up not speak to you before. Like
Yeah.
that's happened. But this
Yeah.
time nothing happened.
I'm like, what happened? What's going on here?
So with a what is that, 27?
Mm-hmm.
Way as you think about with your experience within the Ministry of Spirits, and you think about how this spell is constructed and how it is supposed to work, and you come to one conclusion: the soul has not passed over.
I see. I see. The soul is still there in this plane. Somewhere.
What?
How is that possible?
There are powerful magics.
So, in other words, we have an empty husk in front of us.
Well, does that mean that he is not truly dead?
I cannot confirm.
I This doesn't leave this room, but I have a ring that if I die, my soul will move onto the ring. Is it possible that
He has something
Yeah.
similar.
something similar? Yes.
Does he have a ring on his fingers at all?
You do not see any jewelry on his fingers.
No ring,
Well,
but it could be something different.
Eldrath will feel every every finger he has, and every toe he has.
I
To see
would
if it-
say this would probably be an Arcana check if you want to try it. You would need to be proficient in it. And I'm going to say the DC is going to be pretty high.
I do
It's a
have
full-on
proficiency
dead
on
pat
Arcana.
down.
This would be a magic effect, correct?
Effectively.
Could you use your ability to sense magic?
Can you'd have to give me time.
Okay.
might I ask for something?
Hmm?
If you look on magic, we did receive 2 rings from Pearl. I have not been able to to confirm their identities. I have a suspicion.
I think maybe one of them has this spirit thing.
Perhaps. If that is the effect.
Who has the rings now?
I do.
See him.
If you give me a few, if you give me an hour, I can do both.
Does he need an hour? Oh, are you doing like identify?
I can ritually cast Identify, yes.
Would be
Oh.
an hour.
To do both?
10
yeah.
minutes. 10 minutes per. Plus the amount of the time for the spell casting.
Plus
So I think it
detect
would
magic
be-
if you
Which
still
is, I
want me
think,
to do that too.
Ah, okay.
Hmm. Who else is familiar with Arcana? With all magics?
Me.
Don't look at me.
Would you like to quickly attempt to look over these rings with me?
Whatever helps us get the answers we need, yes.
All right. Let's do Arcana checks, but first, Wei would like to.
Is this on the rings? Because to identify them, you would need the identify spell.
Okay. Or can we look over the body?
Like
then?
to get a confirmation on that, you would need the identify spell. Otherwise, you would need to have them reviewed by Vajra to ensure that they are, because that's what Pearl said they got them from. So
Pearl said that she got the rings from Vajra.
she stole several artifacts from
Oh,
the.
Oh, so they're still stolen. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's,
Well, we could possibly look over the body still, right? I'm
yeah.
proficient.
Uh,
Is
If
anyone
he-
else proficient?
I am efficient with Arcana, surprisingly.
I am the last person to ask.
Give it a shot.
Oh, all right. Hold on. If that's the case, Wei is upcasting this to 4th level, and we're all getting
blast.
intelligence.
This is the smartest Eldrath has been in.
The
Forever.
neurons are firing.
And then
Cambro's just
Eureka.
standing
Wei
with Bastion
will
with like, I'm
also,
out of this.
and as the other two look over the body, Wei will give them a very stern and judgmental look, and that is his bardic inspiration.
wow.
Disappointment.
No
So
pressure.
roll with advantage and plus a D8 for Arcana to figure out what exactly is going on here.
Okay.
So advantage Arcana D8.
All right.
Don't do two
Those-
twos like I did, please.
Oh,
There you
Two
go.
ones.
I will also roll with advantage, but no bardic for me. Yay.
and a D8. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Wow.
Thanks, Master Way.
12 eyes.
32 for Rai. Natural 20 plus 8 plus 4.
I could,
Damn.
I could see the other side.
Yeah,
Serious
Rai
JoJo
touches the
going
gate
on
of
there.
knowledge from Full Metal Alchemist. His arm disappears.
That was
Oh no.
not
Oh,
the
no,
right
not
spell. I am sorry.
As a Rai,
Ugh.
you are searching your mind, and you feel super powered right now with the magic that is coming from Wei, as well as his very intense stare that has somehow inspired you, because you just really don't want to disappoint Wei.
He's like,
As-
he's like Rendival.
As you reach into your mind and think where you have heard about something like this, the idea of something dying but not dying, the soul staying. And you remember having conversations with Rednival about this, specifically about like the nature of liches, which of course she did explain to you, not necessarily how to become one, because that is very dark, twisted, forbidden knowledge.
Yeah.
However, she did inform you about how they basically seal themselves in such a way. However, there are other ways to escape death. And there was, in particular, a very powerful spell, that allows you to make a separate vessel in which your spirit can inhabit upon death.
Oh. As he realizes this, he's already thinking, oh, Polly's not going to be happy. Um,
He deserves to know.
I,
What is it?
so this is Sunflare, but at the same time, not Sunflare.
That's not very helpful.
Best way I can put it is this is a doppelganger, a puppet that he can put his. Somehow he got connection to a spell that lets him put a soul into this, and when it's no longer useful, it just returns to the original point.
Well, with a natural 20, as you speak that out, suddenly you realize, no, it's the opposite. This is the original body. He didn't expect to die, but he was prepared in case he did.
He had a back. Pretty much, he had a plan B.
Me sitting here knowing exactly what this spell is.
Me too.
It's like-
Me too.
He does like the Willy Wonka. He does
Say
like the
it,
Willy
say it.
Wonka. Stop that! Reverse it. Never mind.
So he had another place for his soul to go when he died,
Yes.
but it's not a ring.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
What?
It's a spell. It's one of those strong spells of one of the very few ways in order to escape death.
Another body?
Yep, pretty much he prepared another body for a soul to escape to when he's on the verge.
Oh,
That's just cheating.
you're right. You're right. Boy's not going to like that.
I feel like, boy, you realize that it's been quite a amount of time since you have left the room.
Oh no.
Hello?
Eldrath will
Are we
move
done
on.
yet? Listen, I don't mean to rush things. In fact, I'm not
Oi.
really keen on.
Listen, you need to prepare yourself emotionally. Okay? Please don't freak out.
I mean,
Uh,
I know
before-
I've been a little on edge. I just listen. I know I've been on edge lately, and it's just like I thought. Never mind. What?
So before we say anything, I'm just gonna say this. I am gonna owe you however many drinks you're gonna want after this.
Can Poi study everyone's faces? Like he's very uneasy
Insight,
now.
I would say.
So an
in
insight,
general,
yeah.
To vibe the check the room.
Way
I mean, is it
actively
just-
deceptions.
Yeah, I don't do deceptions. He's just got this oh shit look on his face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deceive this.
Oh no!
Eldrath's face is very empathetic right now. He's
Here,
Mariah is very
Here you go.
sorry.
So Poi doesn't.
All right, cool.
Poi looks
Bang
at
like a
everyone's
rock.
expressions. It's like, all right, listen. I know I've been a bit of a pain. It's just, well, you know, I thought with the sun flare gone, I'd feel different, but I don't know. But I hope you were able to get what you could out of him.
So
There is
We
a
can't.
reason you might not feel different.
we
Uh-huh.
can't get any answers at the moment. He's not technically dead yet.
not
Poi
at all.
blinks. Oh.
We have his body, just not his soul.
Because
He's out
he has
there,
made
boy.
another body.
He's out there, boy.
He escaped.
No, I saw him. Poi walks over to the corpse. I saw him.
Mariah shakes his head.
Body died, but not him.
He had a backup plan.
No, no, that's not true.
Boy, unfortunately, there
I
are...
said that's not true.
But it is.
I'm sorry, boy.
Fuck off. This.
Damn it, Poi. We will get him. But you need to get yourself in control.
How does he keep? Why does he keep slipping through my fingers every goddamn time? So what? We're gonna go hunt him again? Sure, yeah. Let's kill him one more time, and then he'll slip by yet again, and we'll be on this charade until Tiamat comes out and obliterates us all. What's the fucking point, you know? Is this a punish? Is this punish? Am I in hell? Am I being punished for something? Because I know what I did. I know what I did, but this.
Hey, Dana,
Okay.
out of curiosity,
Yes.
does the type of spell that he knows that that could do this, does it have like a cost, um, like a rebound effect if used?
Unless you know specifically the spell, which I don't think you would know the name, but you have discussed this type of spell. If it is this high in power, it is definitely coming with a, if not a material cost to cast it, it would have some kind of cost that would be inflicted on the user as well. So, unless you find exactly which spell it is, you would be able to know the exact details, but
Mm-hmm.
in general, yes, there would be a cost to doing something like this.
All right. Look at Poi and be, well, Poi, take this as a victory. For him to have to use such a method, it has to have such a large cost for something like this. There's a possibility it damaged him a lot more than you would think.
Oh,
The
just
fact that he
damage.
the fact he uses this shows that you are better than him.
Don't patronize. Don't fucking patronize me right now.
At this point, Cam is going to stand up. I think we should leave. We'll discuss this more outside. I think we've taken up enough of Lady Haventree's time.
You note that she is sitting in her chair and she looks very pensive, as if she is in deep thought.
All right, we'll just give a polite bow before heading out the door.
My lady, I assume that this is also valuable information.
It certainly is.
I agree.
It does beg the question. Where is he now? I have to
Perhaps
send
that
some
island.
missives out.
Perhaps that island. He has such a connection to it, does he not?
She does tilt her head at that and thinks. He did seem to have some connection to it. Perhaps that is where he is returned. You say that you've also taken out his elite squad, this group of non-elves that he had used.
Yes.
You say that there was a drow amongst them?
Yes.
What was their name?
Wait,
I mean, you keep asking me that question when
was
I was
Chris-
fighting him,
was
and I
Chris-
don't remember.
wait, was Priscilla the one? Or was that...
Nope.
No, it wasn't Priscilla.
It was Chris. Wait, no,
Otterl?
was that the one I killed?
It was like,
Yeah, oh god, I can't remember it.
Hey, no, I could see why you didn't put deceased next to Sunflare now.
Oh my god.
You.
I haven't updated those yet.
Can Poi... does Poi remember? Pretty sure Poi would
The
remember.
name would have been Kolderow.
That's right.
Thank you.
Poi... Coldrow.
She kind of wrinkles her nose at that. What a cruel name.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Well, Derau is the old elvish word for drows, but the translation to common would be traitor. But to call something Kolderau would mean that it is no longer a traitor. A very cruel name to give. The more I learn of this Sunflare, the less I like them.
Going off of Poi's reaction, he seems to be a complete asshole.
I know I very
would
well
need-
can't. I know I very well can't storm in and ask myself, so I'll request that Vadra let me see Pearl so I can tell her myself as well.
She does have a right to know. Yes.
I suppose she does. I will send the missives and make arrangements best I can. You all have been through a lot. I would suggest some rest and recovery. I will have the Harpers deal with these, as she motions to the corpses and the head of Chuth.
Yes. We should find a quiet spot so I can go over these magic items that we have found.
Indeed. We have
If
much
you'd
to
like,
consider.
We can return to the temple. We'll be safe there.
Okay.
Just Wade opens his bag of holding and sees the crate of Evermead,
Oh yeah.
and he wonders to Cam, was there anything you wanted to do with this?
I think if we were to continue with our plans of donations for reparations, even though, and he looks at quote unquote Sunflare's body, even that might be up in the air. I think the intent was to be able to share this with Lady Haventree and add that to the pool. But perhaps if a bottle was gone, it wouldn't be missed.
Wade nods. I mean, nothing else he really cares for this thing, so he takes out one bottle and just puts it on the table. Cam,
You
any
just
words?
putting a bottle on the table in
The
the
crate, I
sitting
think.
room here.
Or the crate on the floor, I think, on the sitting room.
Oh, do you want me
Here.
to take out the whole crate?
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought. Are you just giving her the bottle?
I thought that that's what you wanted, but I can take out the whole crate if you want.
You've got the crate. You decide whether or not to give the whole crate or just a bottle.
Oh. Oh, he doesn't care, so I'll just take out the whole crate.
Okay.
All right.
We found this in Juice Lair, where
Hmm.
they had all of their provisions.
Is that Evermead? Oh my goodness. As she walks over and kneels down and picks up a bottle and holds it up. Oh, do you have any idea how hard it is to find this?
I actually do have a little bit of an idea.
Well,
Might be a bittersweet ending here to it, but
it's appropriate that you found it with them. It is a popular drink in Evermeet, where the Eldrath Veluthra has their stronghold. It's a closed borders, however, so they do not allow much in the way of trade. However, some of these do manage their way out sometimes.
well, perhaps this can be added to the pool for what Boy was suggesting about reparations. And
I'm
as
certain
it's-
we could get a pretty penny for these.
And as I've said, as he looks at Haventree, if one went missing, I don't think anyone would bat an eye.
She gives you a smile and a nod. I will make sure that they are taken care of. No worries.
He nods. All right. we have some things to take care of and a little bit more rest to get. We'll be at the temple if you need us.
She gives you a nod and goes back to tending to the bottles and preparing some missives to be sent out. So you all head back to the Temple of Bahamut.
Before we do, Cam will turn to Poi. Are you going to be joining us at the temple, or are you on your own tonight?
I'd like my space for now.
Understood. We'll be at the temple when you're ready. He moves on.
Well, as the majority of the group goes to the Temple of Bahamut, as Poi is left to their own devices, you wish to identify the items that you have found?
Yeah.
All right.
We will
What do you
also
want to
spend this-
start?
Oh, I was gonna say that way we'll also spend this time to distribute the rest of the wealth if people haven't already put in their sheets.
I was under the presumption that the majority of the coins was going to be put in the pool for
Okay,
the
so
reparations, but
how much? All of
that's
it?
a good question. I think how much was it in total?
Well, right now I have written down the 10 platinum coins, the 120 gold coins, and the 2,400 silver coins, and also the gold bars. Which there are 10 of.
Does anybody need the money?
Not really.
It would be good to have some funds for our expeditions.
Are we? I turned to
Recall-
Lady Haventree. Are we getting paid for this?
Oh, that will be handled. Yes, don't worry.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm okay. Do what you wish with the money.
If it's all right with everybody, I would suggest we take all the spoils from the Horde and Cave and donate it. We'll get our payment and be reimbursed in that way. But the items would stay with us.
Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I will be right back.
Bloopity bloopity bloopity.
So it's totally the clone spell, right?
Yes.
I have no idea.
It's a shadow clone spell.
It's
Like this is like the only thing in my mind.
That is 100% the clone spell.
Yeah.
as soon as it was mentioned, it was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say
Sunflare version
this.
2, crap.
I will say this. When Poi just screamed at me, I was trying to hold back a laughter.
Okay.
Okay, what are you gonna do
Well,
about
just-
it, little man?
Well, it's just because of the way you did it. It just was very funny. I was just trying to hold back the laughter.
I'm very yeah.
It's a good yell. I mean,
Yeah,
That
I was
was really
kind of
good.
taken aback. I was just
Ah.
The intensity, I suppose, was so shocking. You know.
even
All right,
Eldrath didn't have anything
you
to say
go-
to
you
it. He
go.
was just like, "Woo."
You
Sorry,
go
my
all
blood
in.
pressure
It's-
medication was hitting me very hard for
Oh.
for a second. No more
Oh, you
details.
okay?
So.
Okay.
Oh no! It's fine.
Alright.
It's just a side effect.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
As long as you're
Got
okay.
some water
Price of
with
getting
you?
old. Oh yeah,
Some
no, I'm
water with you.
hydrated. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
All right. So we're donating everything, so I'm going to remove this from my inventory. Are we good?
Yes, everything but the items.
All right. There they go. I don't even remember what they were. Goodbye. Okay.
Dana knows.
So, so you're donating all of the like
Gold.
monetary
Yeah.
Right.
And the trade
Okay.
bars.
and the trade bars.
Trade
okay.
bars, money, any items that could be sold. We already donated the mead, Evermead.
Well, we've
just
got
the magic items
the magic.
we were holding on to.
We're just
Okay.
a bunch of good people.
Well, the magic items can be are a different kind of, import, right? So,
Yeah.
The magic items are there to help support us survive, whereas the money is just
Yeah.
money.
all right. So, what would you like to identify first?
Oh boy. I did say start small and work our way up, so I guess the cube, it's a 1-inch cube, you said?
Yeah, it's a little 1-inch
metal
cube made out of metal.
Yeah, let's start with
Mhm.
that.
All right. As you are learning casting Identify, this is known as an instant fortress.
No fucking way.
Whoa.
That's funny.
Use an action.
The
An
You
instant
speak a
fo-
magic word. This fortress is a square tower that is 20 feet on each side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and a battlement atop it. It is literally an instant fortress.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Could we throw this on a person and
Yes.
make a grill on them?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh
a thing?
no. Oh no.
Here, catch.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Splat.
Here, hold on to this
Technically,
for me.
yes. They would get a chance to see, as it says here, each creature in the area where the fortress appears must make a DC 15 dexterity saving
Oh
throw
my lord.
and take 10 d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as
Oh.
much on a successful.
Oh. Oh no.
They are pushed out of the space, but they still take the damage.
Oh my.
So yes, you could technically throw this and drop it on a group of people.
Okay.
So that is the cube that you have. It is made of adamantine,
Hmm.
so
Okay.
it is heavy, but it is a solid piece of adamantine.
Damn.
Damn. Can probably do something with that.
I was gonna say, don't give it to the otter.
Oh, he's not
I'm,
with us right
I'm
now.
holding
I don't
on
even
to
know.
everything for
So-
now.
I don't know what the adamantine does even.
Adamantine is the indestructible metal that is within the D&D universe.
Oh, it's indestructible. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Vibranium kind of thing.
I was gonna say, think of it like Cap's shield.
just indestructible. Okay. So how'd they make it into a cube?
Magic.
It's still made, like it's still a process, but this is magical.
Oh.
But yes, that is the cube. Explain.
Why?
I bet it'd make an incredible paperweight.
I can just imagine that on Vajra's desk.
Someone accidentally saying the command word one day. And just,
Oops. Oopsie. You
yeah, we
didn't
gotta
need
make
that
sure
wall
that
there,
the
did
command
you?
word is something that no one will ever really speak.
Okay. Next item.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We don't need the Lehman's tiny hut anymore.
Nope.
Wait, how
Well,
big is
we-
the
we-
fortress?
Well, hold on. I mean, that can be camouflaged too.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
The tiny hut does have
That's
its uses,
impressive, though.
But
I believe
I
the
guess-
interior is just basically a one room, so
Yeah.
there is a roof to it though.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Uh,
We have
wand?
a wand.
the
Uh-huh.
wand, okay.
Yep.
That is a wand of lightning bolts.
hell yeah.
there you go. Gonna have
Cool.
to get Eldrath a wand holster.
Pretty much.
This one does require attunement. It is pretty powerful.
Hmm.
I guess we can give Eldrath all the wands. Please do not block line of
Oh,
sight.
someone
with him.
has an attunement slot.
He'll be stronger than
After-
Harry Potter.
After doing, after getting the wand cleared, Eldrath looks over to Bastion. Wasn't there something you wanted me to look at as well?
Oh, that belt.
Bastion?
He's having issues with audio at the moment.
Heck.
He's
So
using
you would
chat,
note
yeah.
He is typing.
One of lightning bolts.
Attunement doesn't require you to. Do you want us to identify it though?
Yeah, you would need to identify it first just to know what it is, but you can attune to items even without identifying them. Like
That's a
there's
good way
no
for the
rule
DM to
against that.
curse you.
Yeah. Unless the curse
Okay.
won't show up in an identify.
my
Yeah.
fun.
I'll do.
Sure.
I'll do Bastion's belt here then.
Okay.
Okay, Bubsy.
As you identify this as a belt of hill giant strength,
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh. Damn.
Oh
while
man.
wearing this belt, your strength score changes to 21.
I mean,
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
that's
Yeah,
perfect
that's
for
very
Bastion.
good.
Oh wait, I remember this belt. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Rock.
So this will make you very strong.
Strong.
Very strong.
The irony is
strong.
that because it sets your strength instead of giving you an addition, it's almost better to put it onto someone who's weak to make them strong.
Put it on a rye. He's a strong.
Oh my
kitty.
god. I cast fist.
I'll resurrect you and fist again.
Phrasing.
Alright, you literally, or Saku literally did this for a one shot. Where
Yeah,
he
my
made a
corgi.
corgi character who had a belt of, I think it was the belt of hill giant strength. So you
It was.
you were this tiny corgi that had 21 strength.
It was fun.
Hell yeah.
Shall we go for the bracers or the staff?
That's
Yep,
what I was
We're
thinking.
working our way up in
Bracers?
size, I think.
Bracers.
Yeah.
Bracers, okay. These are the bracers of defense. While wearing these bracers, if you are not wearing armor and you are not using a shield, you get a
Ugh.
+2 bonus to your AC.
Useless to me.
Arai, I mean, I think only Arai and myself are not wearing armor right now.
Bastion's not wearing armor.
Yeah,
is
Bastion's not.
Bastion is a barbarian. He doesn't wear armor.
That's true. That's true.
I could
I
go
forget
good
that's
with him
not-
if he's
Can't
got
he
attunement
wear
slots.
50? Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he doesn't get his movement if he wears armor, but
Mhm.
that's mostly it, right?
But there you are.
Okay. Let's try the studded leather armor next.
This is one of the lower tier items, so I don't have a thing for it because it's very simple. The studded leather armor is a studded leather armor of lightning resistance. While wearing this, you get resistance to lightning damage.
Cool.
Otherwise, it is just regular studded leather armor.
Might be good to sell if no one has a use for it.
Might be worth something. Might be useful in other situations if somebody needs to wear something to prevent that. But other than that,
Wearing no armor.
nothing special about it.
I smell a theme here.
Scimitar?
Sure. Then we'll go chainmail.
The scimitar, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a scimitar of sharpness.
Well, I would hope they're sharp.
Well, specifically, this
Magically sharp.
maximizes the weapon damage against the target.
Oh.
Ooh, tasty.
Oh, you can have
Oh.
the limbs.
Imagine, okay, I'm just sorry. Imagine for a moment, Poi, you rolling a nat 20 and doing a sneak attack with this sword.
Huh.
And putting poison on it.
I think that's
It is a
overkill.
scimitar, I believe, is a martial weapon.
So that scales off strength.
And
instead.
sneak attack does not work on things that aren't piercing or
Or finesse.
I think it has to have
Finesse, yeah.
finesse,
It's finesse.
also.
Oh, it's not a
yeah.
finesse
I don't-
weapon.
But it comes with a nightlight.
Okay.
My apologies. Then.
Well, we'd have to decide if anybody wanted it because of his attunement requirement.
Scimitar does, in fact, have finesse.
Oh, it does? Nice.
Yeah, it is a martial weapon, so it would require you to either be proficient specifically in scimitars or in martial weapons in general. So those are the only restrictions for people to use it. It is attunement, but yes, it is a very powerful, devastating sword.
Wow.
Okay, so since he's technically a hexblade, can he attune to that with Pact of the Blade? Because it says you are proficient at it.
Yep,
While
that
you
would work.
I mean, we can experiment with it, see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have attunement slots available?
I don't know. Maybe.
I
I
shift some things around if you really want to keep it. But it does allow you to get your bright light, so you don't have to.
All right. So that's the sword.
We
Chainmail?
still have a staff and
Chainmail.
chainmail.
Well, the chainmail, much in the same vein of the studded leather armor, is another mediocre item, as it is chainmail of fire resistance.
Okay.
So get self-otter, or if somebody was in a very specific situation, needed resistance to fire, there you go.
Oh well. There we go.
That leaves the staff.
The staff.
What I'm
all
curious
right.
about. Oh,
Find a staff of healing.
Ooh. With 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Holy crap.
It's standard
28
for a
with
quarter
the-
staff.
That's what he focuses on.
Sadly, this cannot be attuned by a wizard. It is bard, cleric, and druid only.
yeah, shame. Oh well.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Anyway.
If only we had some bards.
Well, so far by the looks of all these bracers are gonna ones that are gonna fit a Rylon.
If Bastion has if there's like attunement space for the bracers, it may not be bad for him to get it just to be able to get him that little bit more survivability.
As
For
far as
most-
attunements, they are specific to magical items. Each individual can have 3 attunement slots. So usually that means that if you have items that require attunement, that means you can have a max of 3.
Right.
He has 2 left because of the gauntlets.
Well, if he's also going to take the. Well, wait a minute. He wouldn't. The gauntlets give him a certain strength value, and then the belt gives him a certain strength value.
Yes. So the belt would take precedence.
So there wouldn't be any need
So-
for the gauntlets then.
Well, I mean, they're important to Bastion, so I don't know where that would lead to. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm just talking mechanics.
but mechanically, yeah, it would not be necessary to have both. So
I mean, the quest made you have both. So anyway, whatever.
Yes, what Bastion was
Mechanic-
told, but he did. I don't know if he had
Yeah.
shared that with all of you. I that's why I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Well,
We
that may
don't
be
I did
something
not want to
know.
that,
metagame
on
that
his
question.
arc, for example.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if he's gonna take the bracers,
Right.
that's fine.
Either
I
way,
was
you can
gonna
decide
suggest-
that all. You
Yeah.
have plenty of time to decide all
Yeah.
of that. So
Mhm.
But cool. Nice haul.
We did it.
Mm-hmm.
as you all settle in, noting the absence of your other party member, Poi, the Otter Rogue, as they are off doing their own thing, dealing with the revelation that has occurred. And that's where we'll go ahead and end the session.
Yay.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Cetus.
Hi. What?
Hi,
Hey.
buddy. Hi, buddy. You okay? You mad? You don't have to be
Yeah,
mad at
bro.
me. This is Gabe.
You don't have to be mad at a Rye. He was just doing his job.
It was funny. Just the oops.
You ready
Buddy
for
pal.
round 2? Sequel?
The sequel. Oh boy.
Dirk's mad at Dana.
Damn, you really. Yeah, I really found my character on Google. I sent you an entire. That's why you didn't respond to me.
I was looking at that. I was like, I don't want to confirm or deny anything just yet until this has been brought forward.
Mm.
And now this will change everything. So that's why I did not want to dive into that just yet.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Because now I think
That's
your plans may change.
Yeah, they always do. It's
You
fine.
inglorious bastard.
It's fine. We live these. It's called improv. Look it up.
Yep.
All right. Well, early morning tomorrow, so
And I heard
I
you all
should.
you identified the thing.
I should go
The-
slippers.
Yeah, the thing.
The thing,
Good
the spell.
night.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you for the game, Dana.
Yes,
Of
thank you, Dana.
course. I hope it was not too jarring for people.
Just one of us, I believe. Yes.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Surprise! Fuck you.
Okay, well,
It's not necessarily that, it's just yeah, anyway. I'm not gonna explain myself.
You have no reason to. You're fine.
All right, guys, I'm out for the night. Have a good night.
Yeah.
See you in a couple.
Same here. Later, y'all.
Alright.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.